What's going on, guys? Guccimus here, ready for another day of the 100 line. How we doing? Happy Memorial Day, if you're in America, and if not, happy Monday. Let's get started, shall we? And if they never tell you then what, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry big tears. Then I'm gonna go on the forums and see what the speculation is. Anyways, we are back with more 100 line, and my God, had a little break there, a couple days. Forgot everything, absolutely everything. Forgot what we were doing, everything happening in the story. Good times. But I do know we're gonna go unlock story lock 1 now. And that was in the timeline where we were kind of jumping around with Haruko, I believe. Well, we jumped around once with her. And we resisted kissing her. And not a whole lot else happened, did it? Oh, that's the one with Kurara being dead, right? Yeah. Anyways, let's get to it, shall we? Block scenario. Let's unlock it. What are we doing out here? I wanted us to see the satellite. Haruko looked up into the night sky where the pale, shimmering artificial satellite hung in the void of space.
So far away from us. It looks so big. So close. Like we could reach out and touch it.
Like it's heading towards us and it'll make impact in 3 days.
But we'll never actually get there. Or more accurately, we've never got there. Even after everything we've tried, it's always just out of reach.
Yeah, but we've had a pretty nice rocket ride on the way to resetting, right?
Everything we've tried?
Oh.
You've probably figured this out already, but I'm a time traveler just like you. I hesitated for a moment, then nodded.
Oh.
But this isn't a one-time only thing. I've lived through these 100 days countless times. Every time, things play out a little differently and create all kinds of new problems. Hold on a moment. Oh God, fucking dying over here. I've experienced all these variations, all the branching timelines that result in the different choices we make. That's why I've been able to tell you when the next attack is coming, among other things. And all of this doesn't just apply to me, or someone else. It's you, Takumi. Oh my God! You've also experienced our 100 days here countless times before. What was she talking about? I was so confused, I blurted out the first thing that came into my head. That can't be right. This is only my second time here. No, it's not. You've been through this just as much as me, over and over again, in an endless loop. Even now, this is only the most recent in a long series of 100-day cycles. You just can't remember the others. No, it can't be.
Strictly speaking, neither of us are time travelers in the way you think we are. This isn't a matter of us leaping back in time. It's more that we're trapped in a time loop. That goes for me, and you too. You're the same as me, Takumi. You're not a time traveler. You're a time looper.
Dun, dun, dun. This is it. Unlocked. Hell yeah. Took so long. Day 11, nice. I wonder how long this is gonna go for. 100 days?
Neither of us are time travelers in the way you think we are. This isn't a matter of us leaping back in time. It's more that we're trapped in a time loop.
Oh, believe me, I understand that.
Me, and you too. You're the same as me, Takumi. You're not a time traveler. You're a time looper.
Okay, thanks for the recap. The moment I heard those words, my head seemed to fill with a blindingly bright light And then... oh my god, it's all coming back. Oh no, this wasn't the one with Kurara. Oh, hell yeah. We did it. The next thing I knew, I was back in my room, lying on my bed. Hiroko was there with me.
You promised me you wouldn't let the truth destroy you. And yet, you fainted the moment you heard it. What are you? A salmon roe?
Just had to let the memories wash over me, no problem.
What do you mean by that?
You're soft and squishy and fall apart when the heat is on.
She had a point. I hauled myself up and got to my feet. We have a squishy brain, huh? The sunlight was streaming in through the window. I must have been lying there all night. I remembered about the other timelines I've lived through these 100 days. Oh, thank God he finally remembers. And about what happened in those other, I guess we should call them timelines.
Oh?
But not all of them, right? Yeah, it's all a little fragmented.
Oh.
How many do you remember? 10, 20, more than that? We've had more than 40, man. You got this.
Oh.
No, not even that many. Oh, shit. You're still just a beginner. Beginner? Come with me. Hey, where are you going this time? You wanted to hear the whole truth, didn't you? It's not something I can talk about here. Hiroko left the room. Still feeling a little clueless, I followed her. We should be safe in here. First, I want you to hear what you know. Which TLs do you remember? Okay, timeline, sure. And how much do you remember about them? ELs? That's the abbreviation for timeline I've been using in my head. We can use the full version if you want. I'm not really sure how to explain the ones I remembered, though.
Oh?
Any key points or characteristics will do. Okay, but honestly, I don't feel too good about this. Too many of the timelines I remember ended in tragedy. So many friends died in those alternate timelines. Okay, so... which one was this? Serial killer? Oh no, that was the one we were just going through. The box of calamity. They were murdered. That one's serial killer, I believe. Killed in ways so gruesome and cruel that I didn't even want to say them out loud. It hurt just to think about them. I started to think I'd have been better off never remembering it at all. On the other hand, I warned you, once you know the truth, there's no going back. But you said you could handle it. You promised not to let it destroy you. Nozomi. That's right. Yeah, that was the box of calamity route. I did say that. Now I have to stand by it. In spite of the pain it caused me, I began to speak. Okay, here goes. Slowly, hesitantly, I told Haruko what I remembered about the other timelines. The Gi parasites. The series of murders caused by them. The exorcism rituals I held with Gaku. Getting into the escape pod with Hiroko and Tsubasa and setting off for the satellite. There was another timeline with a serial killer in it too. Except that time, it turned out to be Yagamu. Still not so sure about that one. Wait, Yagamu? Yagamu was the killer? Yeah, it doesn't fit, does it? I felt a sudden jolt of pain in my head. Memories must have been getting mixed up. I know the feeling. There's too many timelines. Too many cooks. Are you all right? Yeah, I think so. I squeezed Hideko's hand to reassure her and carried on. I told her about another timeline where zombies started appearing. We tried using Yigamu as bait at first, but even after that, our friends kept dying and coming back as zombies. Erica, hello, how you doing today? We are on the track to the end. Well, at least you get the true ending anyways. In the end, I got caught by them too, and... yeah, that was a horror show. They're gonna eat us. Wait, who's the Gi in this timeline, if anyone? It's only day 10. I don't think there is one yet at this point. Alright, what's happened so far? Kiss Hideko. Yeah, I don't think anyone's a Gi yet. It's too early. Wait a minute. Did I become a zombie in that timeline as well? Gotta play catch up. See you in a bit. Okay, see you in a bit. Yeah, you were killed on day 58. I think I remember that. The zombie Aito attacked me from behind. But after that, there's nothing. It's because you're dead. I guess you wouldn't remember being a zombie, huh? Of course not. By that point, I wasn't me anymore. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Kind of just like a meat mech, right? We'll talk more about that timeline later. Tell me about the others. I nodded. There's not much to tell. There's just one more I can remember. That one all started with Gaku being killed. Kako's body was found. She'd been poisoned. After some investigation, we figured out that it was Shoma who killed Kako. But then he was found dead too, killed by Ava. You know about Ava, right? You don't have to check in with me like that. I assume I know everything besides what happened while I was zombified. Kumi remember being a zombie, right? He remembers getting infected now, that's for sure. Okay, well, Ava activated her self-destruct device and died too. But that still wasn't the end of it. The killings continued. Next to go was Tsubasa and then Moko. And then Kurara was found strangled in the secret room in the school basement. Ooh, who do we think that is? That killer. Maybe that's Kako, right? Maybe that's the escaped Kako. He hesitated in one timeline and spared Kurara. Yeah. Shoma and Ava both mentioned a mastermind called X, but we never figured out who that was. Yeah, X. X Kako? Kako X? Could be. It was probably them who killed Gaku, Tsubasa, Moko, and Kurara, though. Hideko pushed her glasses up and directed a piercing glare at me. Is that really everything? Yeah, of course. I sure as hell don't remember the Cult of Takumi timeline. Don't even ask me about that one. She stared into space for a while, her expression unreadable. She was clearly thinking hard about what I had no idea. So X might be Kako? Could be. We couldn't figure out who it was. It was definitely none of the original clue. It was definitely a time traveler of some sort. It could be the crazy Kako. Could be Takumi, but I don't know. Crazy Takumi might just be us. In all cases. I don't know. Finally, she spoke. I take back what I said before. You're not a salmon roe. Your mind has a tempered steel shell that can be wrung off. I can shrug off any attack. What does that mean? Don't worry about it. You'll understand soon enough. Is that the first one to die? Kako? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Why do we keep moving around? Or that Kako could have been the bee person. The bee sponsor. She has to be one of those two. You throw off anyone who might be trying to eavesdrop on us. Is someone really doing that? Probably not, but it pays to be careful. So going from place to place is safer than staying put and going through the whole story? Hiroko nodded. I suppose it's my turn. Ask me anything apart from my credit card information. Okay, what's your social? Okay, well, first of all, I want to know about your memories. When did you start remembering other timelines? Do you remember what happened on day 3? That's when you decided to keep it a secret that you'd come from the future. And you made up the story about reading Aito's diary to explain how you knew what he was up to. My memories returned right after that, although I don't remember everything either. Interesting, I never go that far back. So far, I've only managed to recall 146 timelines. What the hell? Alright, there are more than 100. And you couldn't figure it out and all that? You couldn't unlock story lock 3 or 2 or 1? None of them? Damn, girl. 146? Yeah, I've been through at least 146 loops. Most of them made it to day 100, though. That's because you never trusted Gaku, our boy. He's the ending you needed. Doing the math, that's... Oh, it's so many days. 14,600 days divided by 365, that makes 40. She's like 40... She's like 50 years old. Holy shit. Hey, liking Haruko's not creepy, guys. Yeah, Haruko's freaking nuts. I knew I liked her for some reason. She's old as hell. She's a MILF. Well, not really. I've been living at this school in this loop for at least 40 years. Jesus Christ. 40 years, 14,600 days. It was hard to even wrap my head around that length of time. It was making my brain freeze up. I just stood there completely dumbfounded. And that's only the bare minimum. Counting for loops I haven't remembered yet, the real number is probably even bigger. This is only speculation, but I think something similar is going on with you. I mean, if we've been through 40 and can only remember 2, maybe she's been through thousands of times. That's crazy. There's a good chance you've lived through all these 100 days just as much as I have. At least 146 loops or 40 years. It's all happened, you've just forgotten about it. Haruko sucks at communication. Never tells anyone anything. Well, maybe she did in some of those loops and just didn't do nothing. She was just trying different stuff, you know? We changed locations again. I was still dazed and confused, so Hideko picked up the conversation without any prompting. Across those 146 loops, lots of different things have happened, obviously. But apart from a few exceptions, the enemy attacks always occur on the same days. That's why I insisted we go to the second to last defense academy on day 6. Day 7 would have been too late. That's when Muvrum attacked the school. Likewise, on day 8 there would have been attacks on both academies. If that had happened, somebody would be sure to die. Getting the entire special defense unit together by day 6 was the only way to prevent that. Did you tell Sirei and Nigao all this? Yes, including the part about me being a time looper. And it's all starting to add up now. That's how those two suddenly knew when the attacks would happen. Hey, what's up, boss? We are going through the story log. I have no idea how much more game is there. We could be like almost done. Or we could be in it for another 50 hours. Who knows? How you doing, man? Why didn't you tell me about the loot? You told Sirei and Nigao, but not me? Hiroko living in this school for centuries? Hiragashi shit? Hell yeah. That's kind of freaking awesome, I gotta admit. Did I tell you? I've told you and the others... I did tell you. I've told you and the others so many times in so many timelines. But things always played out in the worst possible ways when I did. All of you died, and I was the only one left standing. It's happened like that dozens of times. For some reason, telling people the truth only takes us down dark, chaotic paths. It's like we're cursed. never able to escape our fate or change it for the better. I don't want to watch you all die anymore, so I've stayed quiet about it. I thought if I didn't tell anyone, then maybe... But you're telling me about it now. Is that okay? You're the one who kept asking. You just wouldn't let it go. I guess that's true. Hittercrow drew in a deep breath and exhaled. That's fair enough, yeah. She doesn't want people to die on her watch, her choices. She's just stuck. She's defeated by the time loop. She repeated that process a couple of times until she regained her usual composure. It's all right. That's not the only reason I decided to tell you. I have a feeling that this timeline might be different. Got no concrete grounds for thinking that, but Hideko reached into her pocket. She brought out the calico cat figure I'd given her yesterday and squeezed it tenderly. Never mind, don't worry about it. She put the cat back in her pocket and said no more. Oh, just be honest with your feelings, Hiroko. That explains a lot, but I still don't understand how we got stuck in a time loop in the first place. Before we get into that, wow. Let me tell you some more about the loop itself. It begins on our second day here. More specifically, on the night of day 2, right before Aito destroys Sire. When the loop resets, that's always the point in time that we return to. And when does it reset? It depends. There are 2 possibilities. Either when we die, or at 10 a.m. on day 100. Day 100? 10 a.m.? Yes, right around the time the school launches its final attack. For whatever reason, even if we make it to the end, we still can't escape this place. So why don't we just take the escape pod or the shuttle? We just gotta go to a timeline where everyone's dead, get those codes. Come on. We got this. No worries. Yes, Mao. Hi, Zero. When it gets to 10 o'clock, we'll be forced back to day 2 to do it all over again. You said you remembered a timeline where we managed to get into an escape pod, yes? But do you remember anything from after that? I remember taking off for the satellite and watching the final attack through the window. Does it have... No, doesn't have anything to do with the attack itself. Kaboom. I wonder. But there's nothing after that. You see, you don't have any memories of us actually reaching the artificial satellite. Neither do I. Before we can get there, our consciousnesses are pulled back. And we start again from day 2? Hiroko nodded. But is that really all true? Somehow I have a distant memories of days beyond day 100. Really? Takumi, what are you holding out? I know I said things turned back in the loop on day 100 at 10 a.m. But that's no more than an educated guess. It could still end up being slightly earlier or later, or in some situations much later. Even so, it doesn't change the fact that we'll be brought back to the eve of 2 at some point. Yeah, I've had endings past day 100, I thought. Oh, maybe not. Cat! Yeah, my boy. Oh, he's gone now. He ran away. He's up in his tree. He's tall. It's a trap. You'll never reach the satellite, suckers. We have to. If we don't reach the satellite, this game is 2 out of 10. For day 2. For the time loop that we're stuck in. We have to know what's on the satellite. What's going on there? Think about it. If you continue to exist in a timeline after day 100 into old age, how could you possibly retain those memories from after day 100 in the here and now? You're right. If we weren't caught in this loop, I wouldn't be able to remember any of that time. Must have gone back to day 2, even in those longer timelines. And that's why I can only vaguely remember them.
Oh.
But going beyond day 100 is an extremely rare, anomalous event. It's probably safe to say that, in general, the loop turns back on itself on day 100 at 10 a.m. Are there ones that we actually live in a normal life afterwards? That'd be interesting. Not that I saw, though. I arrived back in the past. I didn't have any memories from the other timelines. Was it the same for you, Hideko? I told you already, didn't I? My memory started returning on day 3. Forgot everything the moment we returned to the start of the loop. So there's like one day I'll have memories that she won't. I wonder if that means anything. I mean, I'm sure this is like 100% my fault. Takumi's just fucking around with shit he shouldn't be. Yeah, the cult of Takumi had him taking over satellite. And in another one, it had him also living as an idol. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure he wants to remember those ones. But hey, those memories do exist. Shit. I have no idea what causes it, or if there is any kind of rule governing the process. To what? In some cases, like now, we suddenly remember them. Oh, right. That is weird. Especially since I still remember my first timeline when I go back to day 2. Yeah, why do I remember that one so easily? That's probably because of your Cryptoglobin. What do you mean? The first timeline we experienced, I'll just call it the first cycle to make things easier. During that cycle, you absorbed Aito's power, but not just his.
When I was killed by Aito, all of my Cryptoglobin was incorporated into him. And now, by way of Aito, that Cryptoglobin resides in you.
ReZero type shit. Some do go beyond day 100. I just haven't reached them. Yeah, I'm thinking there's like maybe 4 or 5 more main timelines I can still go down. Just to make all the endings fit. I don't know. There may be a lot more. On the 100th day of the first cycle, you had that Ghost Boy's power inside you. That made you strong enough to retain your memories when you traveled back in time. Wait a minute, so the time loop and Cryptoglobin are related somehow?
Oh.
It only stands to reason. Think about it. What's your specialist skill? Special redo? The power to try things again?
Oh.
See? It all adds up. This is all your fucking fault, Takumi. What about you? Your special discipline skill is totally different than mine. You know how some people are really good at multiple subjects, like history and math? It's the same principle. So you've got the power to redo things as well? I do. You do? And why haven't I ever seen you do it before? Technically, I've never seen you redo something either. True, that's fair. Huh. Your mind's getting blown right now. Same with me. Where Ghost Bro gets the name. Yeah, I know Ghost Bro. Flame Boy, right? Did I say I didn't? I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. The effects of the skills that alter the flow of time are only visible to their user. Neither of us can tell when the other uses the skill or what changes when they do. Okay. Does that mean there are defensive battles we've only won thanks to you redoing stuff? I have lived through this loop 146 times. Don't underestimate what I can do. Damn. Hideko helping us out on the sly. Okay, I think I get the time loop is somehow caused by our specialist skills. But there's still something I don't understand.
Huh?
At the end of the first cycle, I wanted to change things more than anything. That's how I was able to get back to the night of day 2. But why does it keep happening in the other timelines? Why does dying or making it to 10 a.m. on day 100 pull us back to that same point?
Oh.
I don't know, but I have a theory. It's because of that initial jump back in time. That was the trigger. Think of the spinning tops. They never stop spinning if it wasn't for friction. The same goes for things like pendulums or springs going down the stairs. In a situation where there is no resistance, all it would take is one little push and they'd keep moving forever. Forever? That's right. Does that mean we're going to be stuck in this loop forever? God, you guys are fucked. I just wish Tsubasa was a looper.
Oh.
It would make things easier, wouldn't it? We are very traumatized right now. There must be a way to break out of it. Has to be. What is it? You think I'd have to put up with that idiotic face of yours for over 14,000 days if I knew? So we don't know how to escape? Not right now, at least, but what? This is a first for me. Huh?
Oh.
The timeline we're currently in is different from the others I remember. We've made it to day 11 without a single member of our team dying. In all 146 loops, that's never happened before. This timeline must be special somehow. Oh, really? Someone always dies by day 11? Is that necessarily a good thing, though? Neither one of us have experience of a timeline like this before. We won't be able to predict what's going to happen. That's true. Aside from when the enemy attacks occur, that is. Not even that, really. We can't predict anything, ever. You should know better there, Haruko. But this could be our chance. A chance to finally escape the loop. All the other timelines have ended in tragedy, one way or another. But this one could be different. The fact we don't know what's coming means there's still untapped possibilities. Haruko's eyes were sparkling. I had never seen her this excited. Do you remember what I told you on the night of the third day? Not killing Aito and keeping your time travel secret from the others? I said they were probably the right choices. As those choices are what created this timeline, where we finally have a chance to change things? Exactly. So then, my coming from the future and the time loop. If we want to preserve this timeline's integrity, it's best that we don't tell the others. There's a good chance things will develop the way they did in the other timelines if we do. That's fair. No real need to tell them. Make them all confused. Haruko, this time, everyone can survive. Watch it be the timeline everyone dies. God, I hope not. Maybe this is the good one. There was still plenty I didn't understand about this time loop thing, but I had a pretty good grasp on the basics. It felt like Hideko had told me everything she knew about it anyway, but there were still other questions I needed to answer too. What was it that Sire handed Haruko that day in the war room? What was with that old lab in the ruins? We know about that. Dude, you know about that. What was parallel leaping? You should know what that is too, right? I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Why was Aito still alive when I saw his dead body before? Because he used the parallel leap machine, bro. Why did Haruko try and strangle me that time in the infirmary? That's a good question. Can't tell you. Maybe she was infected? Who was that in the Who was in the drone she put in the revivomatic? I don't remember this at all. So she tried to strangle me and she put someone in the revivomatic? It's probably me. It's probably me she was putting in, right? Maybe, I don't know. And perhaps, strangest of all, why was she crying when I saw her on the roof at the end of day 9? But just as I was about to ask her, that should do it for today.
Oh.
You need time to process all this information. We can pick up this conversation again tomorrow. Oh, I'm fine, really. No survivors. But Haruko wouldn't listen. She turned around and headed back towards the school, refusing to say more. Oh man, why is she always like this? I don't know, man. Like she gets a kick out of it. Not much else to do. With not much else to do, I went back to my room. Thinking about all those mysteries wouldn't do me a lot of good now. Did you encounter Ava? No, Ava's later, I believe. Just in general. Yeah. Not to mention, we still have plenty of battles to fight from here on. I need to keep building up my bonds with the rest of the team so we'll be ready for those challenges. Maybe I'll take a look around and see how everyone's doing. Sure. Oh, I think I need some info from Gaku. Gaku has really warmed up on me. Hey Takumi, what day is it today? Answer the question. Dang, why doesn't this school have any calendars? I can't throw any birthday party. Okay, we already know this. Gaku seems really fixated on throwing birthday parties, the weirdo. The freak. Freaking Gaku. Alright, what does he want? Ba-da-da. Gaku. You want a professional tool, huh? Alright, I can hook you up. A professional tool. Toolkit? Did I already give him a toolkit? I feel like I did. Might like a walk as well. Nope, not yet. There you go, brother.
Yeah, seems like something I could.
Okay, he hates it. He hates it and he hates me. No. Good night, Sire. Is Sierra still alive? Haruko said we'd talk more tomorrow. She's finally started telling me stuff, so I don't think she's about to go back on that promise now. I had no choice but to trust her. I crawled into bed and let myself drift off, wondering what revelations tomorrow would bring. Ba-ba. Haruko probably has max bonds with everyone. Oh, you're right. Man.
Troops,
Haruko never walks up to us and gives us gift. Haruko called on me after breakfast. She told me to meet her in the entrance hall. And it looks like she's already here. Are we exploring outside today? Don't you want to hear the rest of my story? Yeah, of course. Then don't ask questions and follow me. Don't forget your fire extinguisher. Haruko walked away at a brisk pace. I grabbed an extinguisher and hurried after her. At a brisk pace, Takumi. She's probably going to the research lab, right? So, where are we going? Nah, Haruko probably doesn't try to bond with very many people, like Gaku, Eva. I mean, 146 lines, you know, she's looking for a way out. She's probably doing whatever she has to. Why are you always so dense? Know what you want to ask me. Going to the one place where I can properly explain things. You mean that old lab? Better than giving you a lobotomy. Oh god. Hiruko, no, please. That was a joke. Yeah, I didn't think she was being serious. It was just so weird to hear Hiruko joke about anything. Now stop wasting time with your nonsense and let's get going. Jeez. A lobotomy. Got him. Nonsense. I didn't even say anything, but Hiruko was already on the move. Too far away to hear any protests out of my voice. Sheesh. I muttered my complaints to the air instead and followed after her. Even she lives with them 40 years. No, she liked everyone, man. Remember how bummed out she is with everyone dying? She just has that hard exterior because, you know, she's seen everyone brutally murdered like 100 times or whatever. And then a couple sex timelines, or, you know, don't worry about those. On the way to the lab, I filled Hiruko in on what happened in the timeline with the zombie outbreak. Like she told me yesterday, she didn't have any memories of the second half of that timeline, or more accurately, anything that happened after she was zombified. ... She was one of the first ones, right? Well, maybe like in the middle. Yep, yeah. Yep, zombies. They gonna get you. The gee's gonna get you. Wiggle in your brain. Never seen a joke like this. Clearly, this Takumi hasn't remembered when Hiruko threw a pie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that girl is deadly with those pies, man. It's just like I thought. Those zombies were created by the Gi parasites. Sure are. It all began with the Alpha 1, Alpha 2 species Darumi and Gaku brought back. Alpha 2 was already in its male spawning phase, and it laid eggs in the bodies of our dead friends, including me. Then those eggs hatched into male Gi and buried into our corpses' brains, temporarily reanimating them. Should have bonded with invaders, and find out all the spoilers. You can't bond with them. They refuse. They will not accept my presence, no matter how cool they are. That also explains one of the biggest mysteries around here. Does? Which one? You're better off not knowing. Haruko, tell me. But I know you'll only keep pestering me about it, so I'll tell you later. Just tell me now. Instead of cutting scene, just tell me now. Okay, fine. When we arrived at the lab, Hiruko dispelled her class armor. I did the same. Why did we change back into our regular clothes? You can't put on a leap suit while wearing class armor. I don't think we'll actually need the suits this time, but it's just force of habit. Why don't they work if you got class armor on? Leap suits have the ability to repel Hino anima. They're not affected by attacks from class weapons. Super OP. If you tried to put one on in class armor, the two surfaces would refuse to touch each other, like magnets with the same polarity. And doing a parallel leap without one of the suits is a bad idea, right? You should already know that, Takumi. You shouldn't need to ask me that. You've already experienced leap damage firsthand. Leap what? You know. Remember that? Leap damage is what happens if you parallel leap without a leap suit. He's got brain damage from doing that shit. You mentioned this leaping stuff a couple times now. What does it mean? That's what I brought you here to explain. Are you familiar with the concept of parallel universes? Yeah, Aito told me about them in the first cycle. They're basically alternate realities, right? Are you saying the different timelines we've experienced are the same thing? Exactly. If it helps, you can think of a parallel universes as the worlds of other timelines. So OP dies from a kitchen knife. I mean, if they don't know about it, right? As long as they don't know about it. You put one of those on, you can go solo every invader. You know, they don't know shit. Freaking Supreme Commander will just be in her godlike form, smacking you with her hammer or whatever. Oh wait, you can still die from undying flames though, can't you? So it doesn't completely repel everything. Anyways, moving on. So parallel leaping is, just like the name implies, it's the process of traveling or leaping to parallel universes. Leaping kind of implies we're going pretty far. People call trips through time leaps sometimes, right? Is it anything like that? No, the direction is completely different. Time leap means going forward or back in time. Parallel leap is more like horizontal movement. Or like changing trains to die in a different line. Aito also time jump might be more. There's definitely more Aitos out there. There's too many timelines where he's just disappeared. We can't use parallel leaps to go back to the past or forward to the future. Instead, we move to the same place and the same point in time, but on a different timeline. Okay, well, that was a pretty one to call. Many years ago. You can't damage her either, since you can't use your class weapon with it on. It would be the equivalent of two pawns being face to face. I know, and that would be great. She gets so angry. But here's the thing, you can also stab her. You can give her the old stabba when she isn't in her crazy form, right? The ghost lady did that once. She just gave her the old shank and boom. No more Supreme Commander. So it's like whoever thinks to just stab the other first without Hino Anima will be the winner. It's perfect. But they won't think of that. It'll be like 4D chess with time travel and alternate realities. Take a look at this diagram. Let's say that we leave from timeline A at 1:01 a.m. We'd arrive at timeline B at the same time, 1:01 a.m. Essentially, our coordinates in the time don't change, only the world that we inhabit. There's another difference too. Time leap would be like your journey back after the first cycle. Only your consciousness was affected. Only Cryptoglobin works, I thought. I don't know, maybe. Could be. I thought Takumi was gonna give her the old shank in the Invader timeline, Supreme Commander timeline. I thought they were saying, yeah, just give her the old stabba before she transforms and you'll be good, brother. You'd be like, oh shit, okay. Anyways, a time leap would be like your journey back after the first cycle. Only your I already read that. Explain, sorry, I don't understand. So it's not like you got into a time machine and physically went back in time. But that's not the case with parallel leaps. When we leap, our bodies are traveling to those alternate realities. Yes, okay, yeah, I got that. Duplicates is what you're saying. And the thing that makes this possible is the PLM. You've probably guessed from the PL part, but that stands for Parallel Leap Machine. Wait a minute, I didn't get that at all. You mean that night, just after midnight on day 5, we leapt into another timeline? Where'd you go? You only just figured that out? You really are slow sometimes. This Takumi has brain damage, I'm telling you. You shouldn't have done that to the boy. Where did we go, though? Which timeline was it? I know it wasn't her fault, but, you know, she could have been more careful. She should have made sure he was secure. Takumi's wildin'. He's squirmy. Yeah, what timeline was it? Answer to my question. Hideko took out a handheld device and showed me the screen. What's this? I would love to know as well. A map of the different timelines based on the machine's data. The timeline we went to that night was... Dun 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 dun. Hunt mystery. What? Hunt mystery? That debunks my paradox theory. Since this isn't time traveling. Yeah. I mean, there could still be a paradox when two Takumis come into contact with each other. What the hell is Hunt Mystery, though? Do I have Hunt Mystery? Hit or go. Do you have one that I don't know about? I have this one. That one, that one, that one. I don't know what you're talking about. What? It's a timeline that splits into two on day 25. One of them you don't remember yet. You were forced to participate in the killing game called Invader Hunt. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I call that branch Hunt Timeline. The other branch you should remember. It's the one where Gaku was killed on day 5 and Kako's body was found on day 27. You investigated the matter and figured out that it was Shoma who killed Kako. What were you doing there? Then Shoma himself was killed. This time you pinned Ava as the culprit. But then she self-destructed, and things only got worse from there. Ah. And then you hit the story lock. You were beset by a whole host of mysteries, but still did your best to solve them. That's why I call the branch Mystery Timeline. A Hunt Mystery Timelines, huh?
Oh.
That's right. And this is the line that both of them split off from. So I combined the names together, making this the Hunt Mystery Timeline. And that's the one you went to? Yes, on day 5, just after midnight. But why did you want to go there anyway? Had 2 objectives. One was to prevent Gaku's death. The other was to do something about Omega. Oh. Wait, Omega? Yeah, who's Omega? What's Omega? Just for a moment, Hideko hesitated. Omega is the one who killed Gaku. Oh. Is that evil Takumi? You mean X? Isn't that what the mastermind behind the murders in that timeline was called? Or maybe she just means X. Okay, no. X and Omega are different. Omega had his brain infected with Gi data. Okay, yeah, me. Perfect. There was no physical parasite there, but it was just the same as if he had been taken over by one. That's what drove him to murder Gaku. Even if I hadn't dealt with him, he still would have tried again. That's why I went to that timeline, removed the Gi data from the Omega brain. Those were my goals that night. Honestly, I still didn't get it. I waited for her to carry on. Day 4, you saw me and Sire talking, yes? The thing he gave me on that day was a cerebral glitch repair program. Or rather, a thumb drive with the program loaded onto it. I couldn't have erased the Gi data without that. Wait, we can erase the Gi data? Fallen. Why did Sire even have something like that? That's a matter for another day. The important thing is that he handed it over. Once I had that program, I jumped to the Hunt Mystery Timeline at night on day 5, just like you saw. Hiruko went on to tell me about what happened after that, during the time I lost track of her. All these timelines, all this time, all this have been to prevent the death of our Lord and Savior. The absolute cinema. Oh, I know it, bro. It fucking save the Gaku, save the world. I swear. I started loving the boy after we were chanting for 10 days straight, and then we were making Nozomi super sick. That was freaking hilarious. First of all, she went back to the school and rang Omega's doorbell. She hid on the dorm roof and waited for the murder to come out. She then dropped down to knock him out with a strike to the back of the neck. Okay, yeah, we were actually Takumi at that time. But she wasn't able to do it, I thought. With Omega unconscious, all that was left for her was to take him to the infirmary and run the repair program on him. But then the Gi data in his brain took over. He got up, grabbed Hidiko's arm, and threw her against the wall. I was still down in the morgue at the time, freaking out over seeing Aito's body. Of course, now I realize that was the Aito from that timeline, not the one that I knew. In that timeline, I must have decided to kill him on the night of day 2 and absorb his cryptoglobin. So it was only natural that his corpse would be there. Anyway, that's when I heard the noise. Turns out it was the sound of Hideko crashing into the wall upstairs. When I went out in the corridor, I heard another noise. It must have been the infirmary door opening. That was when Omega got away from me. He must have realized there was someone else around and ran. Or maybe I wasn't playing as Takumi at this. Of course, I didn't actually see any of this. That blow against the wall knocked me out. And the next time you came to was when I was holding you. I was sad I missed the stream, but glad you went through that route by going through the horrific shit before jumping in to see Gaku poisoning a fucking Gi. That was so funny. Oh, I can't believe that worked out. The whole time I thought it was just like going to be a joke ending. It was the one we needed. Just fucking excellent. He will save us all. Gaku, our Lord and Savior. Get this Gi out of my brain. That's right. And I kicked you in the stomach and tried to break that little matchstick you called a neck. Oh, God, okay. Couldn't you try to sound a little bit more sorry about that? I already apologized. Yeah, but you never told me why you did it. What do you mean? Haven't you figured it out yet? I had a bad feeling about this. A chill ran down my spine and I broke out in goosebumps. After you blacked out and I got a proper look at you, I noticed something. There was a purple rash on your face. That's one of the symptoms of leap damage. That's when I realized I'd made a mistake. So I released you and went looking for Omega instead. I knew where he'd be. The classroom on the first... Okay, so we played both the Takumis. That's what I... Okay, I got it now. From the way things played out before, he was bound to show up there eventually. I got there as fast as I could, but...
I was too late. When I opened the door, I saw Gaku's body, covered in blood. And standing above him was Omega, still waving around a kitchen knife.
Please, don't tell me. Was Omega...
I'm sorry, but it's true. Omega's true identity.
Is Takumi.
The person with the Gi data in their brain. The one who killed Gaku.
Is Takumi? There he is.
It was you, Takumi Sumino.
Oh, but look how happy he is. He's so joyful.
No. It's a lie.
That's not
I can't
true.
believe it. I did it.
Fucking did it, Takumi.
I killed Gaku?
Okay, confirmed. She thought we were evil Takumi until she noticed we had leap cancer. Yeah. So there were two Takumis there. We played both of them. When we originally went through that route, we were... Or no, sorry. We haven't played this part yet. Oh, maybe we'll play as that part. I don't know. Yeah. The other Takumi, when we leaped over.
No!
I understand. I understand.
It can't be.
It is Takumi.
That can't be true.
That's impossible! Say it. Star Wars, no? Bum, bum, bum. Damn, Takumi, you're fucked up. Murderer Takumi. Yeah, he passed out again, didn't he? Takumi doesn't want to wake up.
This is the second time you've done this. I'm starting to get tired of it.
I thought you said we had strong brains.
Did I pass out back at the lab?
Oh, we did it when we randomly had blackouts. And then committed lover suicide with Hideko. Oh, okay. So we did play through that timeline. Good. Well, I'm glad we got to experience being a psychopathic murderer.
Yes. And I carried you all the way back. I'd say that makes us even for the whole accidental strangling incident.
It's fine. I can see why you did it now. You thought I was the me from that Hunt mystery timeline.
I sat up and got out of bed. I remembered about the other timelines I've experienced. You said that already. On day 2, yeah, but I remember more of them now. How many more? So the murderers end in the routes where Haruko is able to repair him? What? I don't think so. What do you remember exactly? I don't know, let's see what he remembers here. Maybe this will tell us. Well, I hesitated. These weren't memories I particularly wanted to dredge up again. It wasn't the Hunt mystery this time, was it? You remembered the serial killer timeline, didn't you? That was all us? Wait, no. Serial killer. The serial killer timeline. It didn't take a genius to figure out which one she meant. I mean, yeah, I remember that. Except the killer wasn't Yagami, it was me. Yeah, okay, yeah. We were right about that. Evil Takumi all the way. Well, that would explain Gaku's death in the stay in school timeline and why the killing stopped when the timeline split. Ooh. And in that timeline, I killed Ava. Then Moko. And Takamaru. And Kurara. And Shoma. And Darumi. And Ima and Kako. All of them. Everyone. All of my friends. And in the end, even Nozomi. I started shivering uncontrollably. Felt off balance, like I might collapse any minute. Are you alright? I wasn't alright, not even a little. But I put my hand on my chest and forced myself to take some deep breaths. And Haruko did nothing despite knowing it was the killer. Yeah, she really didn't do all that much.
Oh?
You were probably repressing those memories until now as a self-defense mechanism. You sealed them away in the corner of your mind without even being aware of it.
Ugh.
That's why I likened your mind to a steel shell before. But I guess you really are as fragile as a salmon roe after all. I wasn't paying attention to what Hideko was saying. The only thing I could hear clearly was my own raging heartbeat. This might sound like an empty platitude, but I assure you, I say it as someone with 40 years worth of experience. Don't beat yourself up over this. It's not your fault. You aren't the same person who did those horrible things. The one who killed Gaku on day 5 was the Hunt mystery Takumi. Likewise, the Takumi in the serial killer timeline was someone completely different from who you are now. Even with those other versions of you, it was really the Gi data in their brains that made them act this way. They weren't in control of themselves. don't have to bear the responsibility for their crimes. My breathing finally started to slow down. Wiped away the cold sweat that had formed on my forehead. What is this key data anyway? And how did it get into my brain? I didn't know either until last night when you told me about the zombie outbreak. In that zombie timeline, you were infected on day 100. The Alpha 1 Gi data, or Gi Queen, laid an egg inside of you. That egg then hatched into another queen, which burrowed its way into your brain and fused with you on a cellular level. Okay, but right after that, the final attack began and... Kaboom! We remember. Your consciousness didn't just disappear at the end of that timeline, brought back to the start of the loop on day 2. Along with all your memories. Our memories are persistent across timelines, so they must exist in our brains as some kind of cognitive data. And in this case, that data included the presence of the Gi. The parasite itself didn't travel back in time with you, but it had merged with you so completely that it was part of your consciousness when you came back. Isn't that going to be a problem? Yes, a huge problem. Doesn't that mean my brain still has that data in it, even now? Don't worry about it. It won't take you over again. It won't? The version of you that's here has already been treated. Treated?
Oh.
This is a timeline from after you've successfully had the key data removed. How? There are timelines like that. Trust me, a lot can happen over the course of 146 loops. Fair enough. I meant to tell you yesterday, but Omega, the you in the Hunt Mystery timeline, has been treated now too. Oh, okay, so he's like a non-issue. Neato. At least not yet. I don't know. You remember I said I walked in on Omega killing Gaku the first floor classroom? Before he could escape again, I ran up on him and injected him with an anesthetic I got from the infirmary. A few seconds later, he was out cold. I hoisted him onto my back and carried him upstairs. Back in the infirmary, I put him into one of the recovery drones and got to work. I still had to repair the program Sirai gave me. I installed it into the Revival-matic and used it to erase the key data from Omega. You saw me doing that, didn't you? Oh, right, I did. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Kind of figured that as well. And Haruko did nothing despite knowing... Oh yeah, alright, sorry, I already read that. My bad.
Oh.
At any rate, the treatment was a success, and the Gi data was completely removed from the Omega's brain. The Takumis in both the Hunt Mystery timelines... the Takumis in both the Hunt and Mystery timelines that branch off from there will be fine too. We won't have to worry about them hurting or killing anyone now. That's good. But what'd you do with that me after you finished treating him? I took him back to his room and put him to bed, not unlike what I did with you last night.
Oh.
Then I went back to the infirmary and slapped you around until you came to. Wake the fuck up, Takumi. Wake up! So when being treated leads to the killing game route instead? No. No, us choosing to go to the killing game leads to the killing game route. Right? Yeah. I'm assuming you remember that. I think she's talking about a timeline we haven't experienced. Yeah, I also remember saying I couldn't save him. And the X killing route too? We still got to go back to that one. There's a story lock on that one. And now you've told me all this, I can see you meant Gaku. Hiruko's expression clouded over. She gave a little nod. Her brows knitted together in sorrow and frustration. Hey, come on, don't be like that. This is all my fault anyway. I was the one who killed that version of Gaku. Everyone else in the serial killer timeline too. How many times are you going to make me repeat myself? That wasn't your fault. It was nice of Hideko to say that, but it didn't do any good. I still felt like I was caught in a dark, sludgy whirlpool that was dragging me down, threatening to swallow me whole. What am I going to do with you? Remember your promise. Don't let the truth destroy you. I had a feeling you'd react like this. That's why I was keeping it from you. I just knew you'd end up feeling like you were responsible for the whole thing. I wanted these thoughts to go away. I wanted it to all to stop. It took everything I had to croak out my next words. I'm sorry, but I'd like to be alone for a little while. Iruko sighed again, shaking her head in bewilderment. But she left all the same. Cold silence fell over the room. I could have sworn I heard a heavy rumbling gurgling up from somewhere beneath the ground. It sounded like the agonized groans of everyone who had died because of me. I dropped to the floor, covered my ears, and closed my eyes. Oh, Takumi shutting down. This could be an issue. Okay, one day. We're fine. It's a quick turnaround. My head was completely empty. Okay, maybe not completely turned around. I didn't want to do anything, or think about anything, or even breathe, really. I just sat there in the corner of my room. I hugged my knees and curled up tight, wishing I could disappear, while time continued to flow around me. I could hear voices outside, my friends, chatting and laughing. The sound cut into me like a knife. In another timeline, I'd been the one to steal that laughter from them forever. Yeah. Kind of a dick move, man. Except it wasn't you, Takumi. Get a hold of yourself. At some point, my room started to get dark. The sun must be going outside. Darkness seemed to trickle in until it filled the space completely. Laying there in the same position for so long, I'd lost all sensation, all awareness of my body. It didn't even feel like my body anymore. It was like my soul had come loose and I was staring down at my physical form from above. Oh no, he's disassociating. My visitor came a little after that. Flameboy? Oh, hi, Yuriko. How long are you going to stay like this? We only have 100 days, Takumi.
Oh.
Everyone's worried about you. I think you're sick. Well, I told them you were anyways. I couldn't exactly tell them you were feeling guilty about things the other version of you did in an alternate reality. What do you want, Hideko? I'm not here because I want to be. The others just sent me to ask you something. Ask me what? Tomorrow's day 15. Means there's another attack coming. They wanted to know if you'll be joining the battle.
Oh.
Or are you going to abandon them? Are you going to betray them? Do you just not care if they all get killed? They've already been killed. I killed them all myself. All of them, one after another. All of them dead because of me. So I just can't. I can't do this anymore. I don't care. Just let whatever happens happen. The shame of knowing that you are the reason why everyone died hits hard. Fuck yeah, it does. Really can't do anything. Haruko continued to stare at me. There was a different look in her eyes now. There was no pity there, only contempt. When she spoke, her voice sounded hoarse, like she was holding back some strong emotion. Yeah, she just wants to say, Come on, man. We have a chance. I feel her too. We have a chance. We can get through this. But you can't shut down on me, Takumi. I'm disappointed in you. What you told me on day 10 mean nothing. You told me we could make the future we deserve together. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? Hearing that is what convinced me to tell you everything. Wait, so when the timeline splits to the slasher route, does Takumi get reinfected? No, he's only ever been infected once. Yeah. It's just, we were the culprit, because we kept blacking out and shit, I believe. Something like that. I felt like this timeline could be different. It was the first time in 146 loops no one's ever said anything like that to me. Yeah, no, we were just always infected. But when she went back... my brain hurts. I'm just gonna go forward. All your answers, or all your questions will be answered if you just keep watching, I promise you. Surely they won't, you know, leave anything ambiguous. This is like a Danganronpa Zero escape game. Everything will be completely explained, 100%. Don't even worry about it. Like, look how slow Takumi is, and Gooch. They have to explain things better. Otherwise, no one can ever understand. I really thought there was something special about this timeline, about you. I thought you might be the one to finally break us out of this never-ending hell. And now you're giving up? Schrödinger. Just like that. How could you? She clenched her fists. They looked in her eyes and changed again. She was now glaring at me with pure, undisguised animosity. You weakling, you sniveling coward. You think you get to give up and mope around for the rest of your life? Who do you think you are? I don't know who that is. Osamu Danzi? I don't know. Schrödinger's Gi, Takumi is infected and cured until observation. Exactly. Until somebody tells me I am or am not infected, I could be both. That's what I feel as well. No, you're worse than that. You're like a mech pilot going crazy from being synced with a navigation system, or a poser emo band fangirl bandaging your wrist just to fit in. Okay, sure. The you that killed everyone was a completely different person in a different timeline. He wasn't even in control when he did it. Get a hold of yourself already. You realize how much danger you're putting everyone in by wallowing like this? If anything is going to get them killed, it's your own negativity and self-loathing. Thank you, Hideko. I'm so glad you're saying this, because I feel the same. You're sure as hell not going to protect anyone the way you are now. If you're going to allow others to protect you while doing nothing in return, you may as well be singing their death warrants yourself. You're going to get everyone killed, and you're doing it of your own free will this time. That's a complete betrayal of everything you believed in. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? What happened to creating a future where we could all be happy? I've tried everything I could think of and nothing's worked. I can't do this all alone. Slasher has part of the timeline where they do leave the school. Takumi is infected or not infected depending on the routes. It's Slasher or zombie. Hey. Okay. So yeah, I guess he does get infected somewhere along that line. Again? Reinfected? Or do you just mean infected at the end of zombie? I need your help. You, Takumi Sumino. You're the only one who can save us. For a moment, neither of us did anything. All right, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop playing completely. We're going to reset the entire game, and we're going to play it all over again. That's the only way we can be sure of what's happening here. Right? Anyways, for a moment, neither of us said anything. Hiruko's shoulders were shaking, and she was breathing heavily. Her quick, shallow panting was the only thing breaking the silence. The Geek Queen loves Takumi. She really does. They're meant to be together. Maybe that's his real bae. But eventually, even that sound became quieter. I guess that's it. I can't count on you for anything. Not in this loop, or the next, or the one after that. Never again. Hiruko turned and left the room. Oh, she's had it. She has had it with us. While she was talking, something had started to well up inside me. Now a wild, raging energy was surging through me. I couldn't let it end like this. I didn't know what I was going to do, but this feeling inside me was getting stronger. It had to go somewhere. Right into the door, apparently. Before I knew what I was doing, I got to my feet and rushed out the door. Hiruko, wait! She turned around. She looked so sad, so tired, but I looked her dead in the eye and let everything I was feeling come pouring out. I did mean what I said back then, and I still feel the same. I want to create a future where we can all be happy, not just for day 100, but day 101, day 102, all the days after, even 150, boy. My boy. My kitty. Ow. Right now, I want that more than ever. These memories, this knowledge of the other timelines, they've shown me just how important that is. So I'll fight. Not just against the invaders, or my own weakness. An enemy even greater than that, too. I'll fight the cruel destiny that's been pushing onto us. A light breeze blew across the roof, ruffling Hiruko's hair. She tucked a stray lock behind her ear and spoke, looking just like a little bit more hopeful than before. Goody. What are our chances of pulling that off? Isn't it obvious? I have absolutely no idea.
Oh.
What? The future is an open book. That's just how it's always been. I want to create a totally new future. There's no telling what might happen. What if VCNess was a looper? Nah. She ain't. If she was, we would probably, see more variance into what she does. But she's pretty consistent. In certain lines, anyways. But even so, I'll still fight. I'll fight with everything I have. I'll fight to protect you and the others and create a future where no one has to die. You and I are getting out of this loop.
Let's reach out and grab our future. I won't let it stay out of reach anymore.
I raised my arm and extended it towards the satellite. Hiruko did the same. It was still hundreds of thousands of miles away, solemnly shimmering in the night sky, but somehow...
Just reach out and grab it, huh?
Huh? Ruby? Ruby 921? Sorry, I didn't see your stuff before. Oh my god, that was like forever ago. That's weird. Anyways.
Yeah.
Both of us?
That's right.
Together. Together. How far away is the moon?
You really think we can do it?
I don't know. But I'll do anything to make it happen.
Anything?
Anything.
Yeah.
You did say anything.
Yeah. I did.
Oh, wonderful. Ruko let her hand drop to her side. Well, this is really gonna hurt.
Oh.
All right, in that case, starting tomorrow, you're going to be my servant. What? You said you'd do anything. Naturally, that includes being my slave, doesn't it? Hold on, that's not exactly what I meant. I'll be counting on you to get me out of this loop. Yeah, of course, but the servant thing is... Silence, I'm tired and going to bed. I'll need to rest up for battle tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, good night. She gave me a wicked grin before going back to her room. This is all just a plan for her to get Slave Takumi for 100 days. As I watched her go, I noticed a newfound spring in her step. I, on the other hand, suddenly felt uneasy. I doubted I'd sleep well tonight. Is this all just back to romance? Back to the romance route? Satellite is a lie. It's not a lie, it's right there. We see it. Unless it's a hologram. Oh, that'd be funny. Dragon Ball Z moon hologram situation. Would be hilarious. You just get up there and there's nothing to dock at. So funny. Early in the next morning, I woke Hideko up and convinced her to join me in the courtyard. What are we doing out here at this hour? Enemy is going to attack during the morning announcement. But before that, I need to ask you something. 240,000 miles. Mission to the moon is about a 3-day trip, 3 days back. But their route is not a straight line. Takes 3 days to get to the moon? Wow.
Huh?
It's about VCNess, the Supreme Commander. In the last 2 battles, you basically told everyone to ignore her. You had us focusing on the regular commanders instead. And you want to know why? It's simple enough. It's because she isn't as much of a threat in this timeline. Why not? In most, though not all other timelines, she starts absorbing Cryptoglobin like we do. It's a decision she comes to while listening in on our communications in her hoodie disguise on day 7. She also finds out about you coming from the future and intercepting a conversation between you and Sirei. That's when she puts it all together. The reason both sides suddenly got stronger is because of you absorbing so much Cryptoglobin during the first cycle. Knowing that, she decides to do the same, breaking her religion's greatest taboo. But none of that has happened in this timeline. You didn't mention time travel in the battle on day 7. Not that you would, having decided to keep a secret from everyone. Now VCNess doesn't know you've come from the future, or just how much power can be gained from taking it from others. You understand what that means? Yeah, she's still following her teachings and not absorbing Cryptoglobin. Not in this timeline, anyway. It did make sense. That must be why she didn't drain Pakron after we defeated her. I did think that was weird. That doesn't mean she's not a threat at all, right? Of course not. Ideally, I'd like to put an end to her in today's battle. How are we going to do that? We have the new weapon Sirei and Nigao created. It's what we used on day 15. All right. It's also usually unfinished. Did we finish it? No, Kyoshika. I can't watch. It's too tragic. It's too sad. What do you think? What do you think I've been doing while you've been moping these last 2 days? I've been out gathering materials. I know these ruins so well by now, it barely took me any time at all. The bomb is 100% complete. That includes the detonator. Nobody will have to die setting it off. That was good news, but I felt pretty guilty about it. Hideko had been out there working so hard, and I hadn't done a single thing to help. Yeah, you were just moping. Oh, sorry. Don't worry about it. You can lick my boots clean to apologize. Okay, she's going a little hard on the Dom thing.
Oh.
This bomb is a lot more powerful than in patch versions. I gave Sirei and Nigao some pointers to improve it. So we're going to hit Vecness with it today. That's right. We're going to make... Man. It's because she's so old. That's why she can use big words like that out of her. VCNess? VCNoise? Hiruko's eyes glinted viciously behind her glasses. Then we heard the morning announcement over the PA system. Ding dong bing bong.
Get ready, prepare to...
And here they are.
Intruder alert.
Bow, wah, bow, wah. Right on schedule. Okay, here goes. Are we going straight to the stabbing? Nope. When we got to the war room, everyone else was already there. You're late. Where have you guys been? I bet they're off making babies somewhere. What? Such indecency. Do you two think of nothing else? Jesus Christ. We weren't doing anything like that. Oh, didn't Sirei and Nigao tell us the invaders would attack early in the day? My dear brother and I were waiting here for almost an hour before the alarm went off. Well, hey, they're here now. That's what counts. Do we have a read on the enemy? Sirei nodded and pointed to the monitor with his stick.
That's Valagarzo.
Balagazo.
Zanshin, right?
Apparently the others already knew about the commanders we were facing. Hiruko had probably told Sirei and Nigao so they could brief the rest of them. I don't want to hear about indecency from you, Kyoshika, for real.
You said these two can combine their bodies together?
Just like Takumi and Hiruko.
Ah, so it was a battle simulation to better understand our enemy's moves.
Neither of us replied. It'd take way too long to start clearing up that misunderstanding now.
Yeah!
Come on, let's get out there and start killing.
Huh?
How's the revival matic looking, though? Don't worry about a thing. It's all fixed up and ready to go now. If you die, you'll be brought back good as new, including all your memories, of course. Go ahead, die all you want. Just try and leave someone alive to defend the school. Yeah, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out. That's gonna make me start fighting again. All right, I'm gonna let this play, and I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna grab a drink.
Wow! That wasn't hard at all.
Yeah, super easy. Easy as pushing a button.
That's probably because the commanders haven't arrived yet.
Only way to end looping is to save commanders. I think we're going to have to go back to like day 1. And just abandon the whole thing. All right. It's hard to imagine what the good ending is going to look like. Make everything work out for everybody. I think it would have to be like maybe reverse time to before we even got to this planet. Hundreds of years ago or whatever, however long they've been fighting.
I think they're here. Look over there.
Now you face Valagarzo.
Valagarzo. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, we know your names already.
We know.
Neat little intelligence network of our own, you know?
Everyone seemed pretty confident, but I suddenly remembered how this went the first time around. I sidled up to Hideko and tried to talk to her without attracting attention.
Yugamu hasn't made his special drug in this timeline, has he?
We don't need
The
it.
one he used to feed Shenshin in the first cycle? No, he hasn't. He hasn't extracted any commander DNA to make it with.
Why didn't you say anything? We could have used Mervrams before we killed him.
Me? Why didn't you say anything?
Yeah, Takumi.
I don't remember anything about the first cycle battle with Shenshin.
She was right, of course. Hideko was already dead at that point, killed by Aito. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I hadn't thought of taking DNA from Mervram. That one was on me. But I never expected that we'd have to face Shenshin again as early as day 15. Or is it just hopeless, looping will last eternity? Surely not.
I can't wait to go.
Oh, right. Almost forgot about the whole combining thing.
Being able to merge together like that? I'm so freaking jealous!
Why?
Of what?
Yeah, well, of what?
Better if you don't ask, Nozomi.
No, I kind of want to know, Gaku.
Don't worry, guys. We can still win this, even without the drug.
That... drug?
No one knows what you're talking
Never
about,
mind.
Timmy.
Just fight!
Bow, bow.
Alright.
How did this person know that Discord get you banned on my Twitch? I added Discord as a bannable word, and this guy freaking got around it. An asshole.
Sorry, my darling. In here I made a vow to keep our family safe. I'm a liar and a fool.
Don't say that, my love. You're a hero. You fought valiantly for me, for everyone.
My only regret is that our little warrior will be left to fend for himself.
Only for a couple
He'll
months.
be fine. Even if we're not there for him, he's strong. He is your son, after all. Ugh, can you not talk about your kid right now? It's making it really hard for me to work in dirty jokes.
Damn, Kako, we don't need dirty jokes right now. You can just feel the
At
emotion.
any rate, this means victory's ours. Yes?
Yeah, but don't forget what Siri told us. There's gonna be another one.
The words were barely out of Moko's mouth when that other one showed herself. There she was, the Supreme Commander VCNess.
How disappointing. Valagarzo, Zanshin. I thought you were stronger than this. Or did you lose on purpose? So I could take your prey for myself?
As she spoke, a change started to come over VCNess's body.
So that's her battle form, huh?
Sure is, buddy.
We learned a little about it from the intel we got, but...
Alright, time to hit her.
It's still pretty gross looking, isn't it?
Okie dokie! Time to get killing! I guess we're doing this.
Hell yeah.
Wait. There's no need for us to fight her directly. Sire, Nigo, is everything ready?
You bet! We can fire at any time!
Do it.
Get back inside the school! Post haste!
It's time to use the new weapon, huh? Wait, new weapon?
Don't worry, boyfriend, you got me.
You never told us nothing about that.
Everyone looked confused. Obviously, Sire, Nigo, and Haruko hadn't felt it necessary to tell them about the bomb.
There's no time. We'll explain later.
Trust me, guys. Just get out of here.
Oh yeah. Time to light her up. The others responded to my order and ran back towards the school. Haruko and I brought up the rear. Once we were all inside, I turned back and saw VCNess walking slowly across the battlefield towards us. It was now or never.
We're in. Fire when ready. Gotcha. Here we go.
Here we go.
Undying flame bomb! Fire!
Oh, are we gonna do it? We're gonna take her down? Fuck yeah. Oh, it'd be so nice to just end her day 15. This bomb has never actually killed her before, though, but she was more juiced then. Good night, VCNess. Nice work, troops. You did great out there. Credit for the final blow has to go to us and Miss Shizuhara, of course. That's right. We couldn't have done it if you hadn't got those materials for us, Shizuhara. And we're truly grateful. Seriously, though, Haruko, you could have told us we had something like that up our sleeve. Yeah, that was no time to butter your lips.
Oh.
The expression is button your lip. If we'd have known, we could have helped you get the materials you needed. Why'd you keep a secret all this time? Let's just say I had my reasons. So, VCNess actually bit the big one? She's really gone now? She's gotta be. An explosion that strong would have blown her to smithereens. It's true she disappeared without a trace when the dust cleared, but since there's no body, there's a chance she might have survived somehow. She definitely survived. I don't believe that killed her in the slightest. Come to think of it, that did happen in some other timelines. Sure did. What does reaching the final true ending mean? You lose all your memories and go back in time to Route Zero? I think, yeah, I mean, what does the end of this game look like? I think it would have to be, if you want the Futurians planet not to be completely fucked by the humans, you'd have to go back before the war. That was before Takumi was even alive, so you can't, like, redo something he wasn't alive for, right? I don't know. Even after getting caught in the Undying Flames Bond blast, VCNess came back to fight another day. I glanced over at Haruko. She was resting a finger on her glasses, a distant look in her eyes, like her thoughts were somewhere else. No use thinking about what ifs now. Say we enjoy this victory high while it lasts. I'm down for that. We gotta take our wins where we can. Then it is time for the usual? I think so. 1, 2...
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
Things are too happy in this timeline. I don't think things are gonna go well here. I think the dots are appropriate. So, will we be having a party this time? We don't have the budget for that. This is a military academy, not some hedonistic tech startup. Alas. And so our post-battle meeting ended without any further discussion. Tired but satisfied we'd done a good job, we went back to our rooms to rest. Oh dear, oh my, indeed. It's like there is so little room for good ending. I don't know, maybe we should just be happy with the humans' takeover of the planet. That night, a little while after dinner, I made my way to Hideko's room. I don't think there's any saving Aito. Aito is like almost beyond redemption. I don't know, man. What? My shoes are already clean. I'm not here to lick your boots, Hideko. What do you want then? My sofa and desk chair aren't broken. I didn't come so you could sit on me either. I wanted to ask you something.
Huh?
You said you'd be counting on me to get us out of this loop. Why is that what she immediately goes to? Anyways, let's get to the details. What exactly am I going to have to do? Good question. First of all, we need to figure out an actual method of leaving the loop. And we consider that our objective for now? If you want, but it's not going to be easy. Can't just try anything that comes to mind and hope it will work. Believe me, I'm speaking from experience. What should we do then? Don't get ahead of yourself. There's something else we have to deal with first. Something else?
Oh.
Tomorrow night, we're leaping to this timeline. Haruko took out her device and showed me the timeline diagram of it. This one? Which one's that? Day 16? I call it the Killer Zombie Branch. That's not a good one to go to. Why do you want to go there? It's upstream from the serial killer and zombie branches, hence the zombie killer. You mean... Yes, that timeline where you became a serial killer. Tomorrow we're going to go there. I thought you already jumped there once. Why are we... And we're changing history. Okay. Cool. We're changing history, guys. How are we doing that? Day 16. But wouldn't that just make like another parallel branch? Can't like change history. This ain't Doctor Who. We ain't got no TARDIS. After breakfast, I headed back to my room to think out my next move. Hideko said we'd change history tonight. That still gives me most of the day to do other stuff. Maybe I'll head back to my room and hang out with someone for a while. Sure, sounds fun. Free time. Groovy. Is that just me, or is that a different free time sound than it's played almost every other time? Am I tripping? Tsubasa, Shoma, do I know everything about you guys? Tsubasa, yeah. Shoma. Yeah, okay, never mind. I came to the wrong room. Boom. Takamaru? Oh, Takamaru. I have everything for you, too. I'm gonna get you replica class armor and we'll call it a day, huh? I don't have all the things. I'm missing a limousine. Dark glasses. Shit. There it is. We're gonna find Gaku and be like, Mr. President, get down! It's too late for that, though, doesn't it?
Sure? I can have this? Hell, you just turned me into mush.
I thought he was dead by now. Yo, we're gonna save Gaku. Yugamu. I know I need to talk to him. Takumi, want to do a little cooking? Cook with the boy. Okay, bye. I cooked with Yugamu. After spending some time together, you understand Yugamu. Yay. He's a crazy one. Day turned to night. Taking care not to be spotted, Haruko and I snuck out of the school. We made our way along the road that led to the old lab. Along the way, Hideko began speaking.
Oh?
I discovered the parallel leap machine on my 37th loop. Yeah, Gaku is fucking dead at this point. I don't know what we're going to the other timeline for. Yeah. Let me see. Let me scroll up here. Is this it? No, that's comedy. That's VCNess. That's rednom. Is this the route? Justice for Commune. Justice for Commune. Where's the goddamn... That's the cult route. That's the coming of age route. Okay, it has to be this one then, right? No. I can't even find it on my frickin' route. VCNess. rednom. What the fuck is this one? Oh, this is mystery killing game. This is slasher. That's comedy. I don't know. I discovered the parallel leap machine on my 37th loop. I decided to investigate every corner of this old town and happened upon it by chance. Over the next few loops, I'd go back to when my memories returned to try and learn more about it. By the 47th loop, I more or less knew what it could do and how to operate it. Is there a branching route? There has to be. I'm thinking when we go over to that route, it'll show us. I'm thinking. So we still don't know who made it or why it's here. Why were you so determined to figure it out, though?
Oh?
Probably wouldn't believe me. Laugh, all right? Okay. Heard a voice while I was sleeping. It said, "Machine will be your salvation." Seriously. You said you wouldn't learn. Sorry, just, you could have just been hearing things, right? I think that machine is fucking dope. But other people getting access to it is gonna be our fucking nightmare. She ignored me and carried on walking. I followed after her at a safe distance, feeling like I had just poked a hornet's nest. I still can't help wonder what that machine is doing here in the first place.
Oh?
Someone here must have been researching parallel universes. Somebody. Who? Researchers, probably. Who do you think the voice is? It could be herself, could be Takumi, could be so many people. What researchers? How am I supposed to know? Let's just be grateful we have access to such a useful resource. Come on. Like the last time, Hideko and I dispelled our class armor once we got inside the lab. Can't wear leap suits and class armor at a time like this, right? We went over this before. The leap suits repel our Hino anima. I know, but why do they have that function? Leaping is achieved using Cryptoglobin, rather using its energy waved. The infinite parallel universes out there exist in a space filled with Cryptoglobin energy. It surges in constant and unpredictable patterns. To leap, we have to harness those waves. It's almost like surfing. We ride the waves in that space to get to our destination. Doing that without protection puts a lot of strain on the body. Yeah, I know. I've experienced it myself.
You got off easy. Serious sleep damage can affect the brain and rob you of your memories and your ability to reason.
Hey, I'm tougher than I look.
Please
You
take
tough
this
boy.
seriously.
Good night, Erica. I probably won't be streaming super late into the night either, so I will see you later. The leap suit stays on during sex, Takumi. Hell yeah. Let me just cut a hole right where the business is. Oh, there we go.
If you parallel leap 2, maybe 3 more times with exposed skin, your body will eject all of its cryptoglobin.
Oh. Huh. Well. There's a thing.
That means no more revivals. You'll die, and you'll stay dead.
Yeah. But you said it in a way, a weird way. My point is, to avoid leap damage, you have to avoid touching that cryptoglobin energy directly. So that's why the leap suit to cover our whole bodies and push it away from us. That's right. Thanks for cleaning that up. I have another question, though. You said we're going to change history tonight. What exactly is that going to involve? The same thing as when I went to the Hunt Mystery timeline on day 5, erasing the Gi data from that Takumi's brain. I've got everything we need right here on this thumb drive. That's the thing Sire gave you, right? The cerebral glitch repair program? Yes, the only difference is this time we'll be treating the killer zombie version of you. Let's call him Takumi 2 to make things easier. At this rate, Takumi 2 is going to become the killer. We're going to treat him before he can commit his first murder. But that's not all. We've got something else we need to do in that timeline. What's that? In the version of history I know, Takumi actually kills someone tonight. Who's that? Hiruko 2. In other words, me. What? We have to prevent that murder before we can move on to treat him. Hold on a minute. I don't remember any timeline like that. Yeah, Hiruko was alive the whole time, was she not? I don't know what to tell you. I'm the one who got killed. I remember it very clearly. I don't remember that. Hold on, you can't start fucking with my memory now. Alright, let's go find the fucking zombie timeline. Jesus Christ. Alright. Box of Calamity. Jeez. It's all the way up here, right? Killing Game, rednom, Mystery, Slasher. Where's the zombie? All just called Slasher out? 0. I can't see through your butt. Move along, boy. Move along, boy. The timeline Takumi didn't go through? Yeah, I'm a little confused. I bet you're going to have a lot of questions once you saw the decisions that Takumi could have made. Yeah, I mean, why are they all just saying they're the Slasher route? That Slasher, I swear to God, one was called like the zombie route or some shit. There's 4 Slasher routes now. Is that always like that? Maybe that was always the case. Tonight around 11 p.m., I'll be killed by Takumi 2 in the biolab. You probably just haven't recovered those memories yet. No, I don't think so. Why, I guess I did repress a lot of memories that time. Okay, hold on. Zombie was also 42, wasn't it? 36, 33, 35, 34. Sorry if this is annoying. Where the hell is that one? Is it down here more? Killing game. Oh no, we're on 40. We were on 42. Mystery. Can't find that ending on here. What the hell's wrong with me? Is it earlier? It's just Box of Calamity. I know it was above that. Anyway, sorry. I'll move along. Is that why I guess I did repress a lot of memories from that time. You know what? My memory is that of a goldfish, so maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Hey, Haruko, what time is it now? Maybe there was never any zombies, you know? She tapped her glasses near a temple before replying. 9:18 p.m. How do you know? My glasses have a clock function built into them. Oh, that's neat. Google Glass right there. The lenses can function as a transparent heads-up display to show me the time whenever I touch them here.
Oh.
It'll be a problem if you can't keep track of time. Here, you can have this. Your device? I have another of my own. Just switch it on and it'll display the time. Take it. Haruko passed me the little machine. I slipped it into my pocket. You said 9:18 p.m.? 9:19 p.m. now. You better hurry. Leaping takes you to the same point in time, right? You can't go forward or back. That's true, but we can't go yet. Why? Remember what I told you about riding the waves to alternate timelines? They're from a space filled with cryptoglobin energy, so let's call them blood space waves. Anyway, we can only leap when they're at their highest intensity. That's why I likened it to surfing. Sometimes you have to wait for a big enough wave to come along. But when is that gonna be? Take a look at the device I gave you. I took out the thing in my pocket and turned it on. It displayed some kind of diagram of waves, along with 2 times. Between 10:20 p.m. and 1:15 a.m. tonight? Yes, we'll only be able to leap during that time. You said Takumi 2 kills Hiriko 2 at 11 p.m. So even if we leap as soon as the window opens, we'll only have 40 minutes. That's right, 40 minutes to get it all done. It takes over half an hour just to get back to the school from here. Would you prefer to call a taxi? No, it won't be easy, but we still have to try. True. Just run really fast. While we waited for the blood space waves, Haruko showed me how to use the machine. Wow, it's a lot more simple than I thought. Everything sounds simple when it's explained to you. I had to put a lot of work to figure this all out. It was 10:19 p.m., just 1 minute until we could jump. We already changed into our leap suits and adjusted the machine's settings. Let's go over everything one last time. What timeline are we jumping to? Leaping to? Whatever. Killer zombie. Right. Still don't get why I can't find that. It's bugging the shit out of me. Killer zombie, where are you? I know I've done it. I've done it. Killer zombie. Killer zombie. Where in the fuck are you? Alright, sorry. Moving on. We know the one they're talking about. And what's your objective? Remove the key data from Takumi 2's brain and prevent Hiriko 2's murder. Good. It's time. Let's get started. Alright. Let's get it on. I hit the red button on the control console and we both stepped onto the platform. Okay, let's do this. I knew we'd be parallel time traveling, whatever, buddies. Commentary is great tonight, guys. What can I say? Wah, 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 wah.
Huh?
Did we do it? Did we leave? Don't just stand there. We need to get going. Mitoko was already on her way outside. I grabbed the fire extinguisher and hurried after her. Shouldn't we take off our leap suits first? I can't remember which leap suit it was, but I tried doing this in my regular clothes once. It didn't end well. There's 2 Hirukos. This one's fake. It must be a shape-shifting commander. They captured me and shut me up in a cage in the courtyard from then to day 100. If you want the same thing to happen to you, I won't stop you.
No.
I'll pick up the pace. If you know we don't have a lot of time. Hiruko took off running. I did the same and we started our journey back to the school. We still had a ways to go, so I decided to ask about something. Hey, can you tell me more about what's happened between Hiruko 2 and Takumi 2? It all started around this time, actually. Oh, no, wait, now I can go in here and see if it shows me where the hell I'm at. Nope, sure doesn't. Oh. Why'd they gotta be like that, huh? Why'd they gotta be like that? I couldn't sleep, so I decided to take a walk around the school. That's when Takumi 2 attacked me. The Gi data in his brain must have finally taken over. He chased me into the biolab. He was far stronger than he had any right to be. A Gi can draw out superhuman reserves of strength from its host after all. He slammed my head onto the operating table, and while I was still dazed from that, well, you get the idea. Never had a chance to fight back. What if to the end of the loop you have to kill all your friends in another loop? That would be crazy. Me and Haruko just going through and killing everybody. I don't think Takumi could handle that mentally. We'd almost reached the academy. I could see the wall of fire up ahead. Suddenly, Haruko stopped and picked something up off the ground. Is that a power saw? We'll be needing this. What for? Takumi 2 locked the biolab door behind him when he attacked me. We'll have to break it down to get to him. This is the fastest way to do that. I was starting to get a bad feeling about this. Hold on. Seen that power saw kill our friends in this timeline. By taking that into the school, you're putting them all in danger. That won't happen. We're going to kill Takumi 2 after all. But what if we mess it up? We won't. How can you be so sure? Enough talk. You're my servant, aren't you? You said you'd do anything to help, didn't you? I guess, but... Then don't talk back. Just do as you're told. Hiruko took off towards the wall, power saw in hand. I followed a few steps behind, trying to keep down the panic rising in my chest. This Takumi wouldn't become a sponsor. He wouldn't be able to handle that. He'd go nuts. He would just like wouldn't want to team up with the zombies or Aito for that reason then. Before long, we arrived at the school. I checked the time. It was displayed in the corner of the little window in the front of my helmet. 11:56 p.m. We only got 4 minutes. We have to hurry. We barreled through the entrance hall and into the hallway. This Takumi's gonna mess shit up. He might. Haruko kept going, through the halls and up the stairs. It was all I could do to keep up with her. Soon enough, we reached the 2nd floor. I found myself outside the door to the biolab. Haruko had gotten there before me, of course. See, in this timeline, we did encounter 2 people in suits that were unaccounted for, right? Other Takumi did? The Takumi in this timeline? So yeah, I guess it's just these two. Kind of figured that's who it was after I figured out about the parallel jumping thing, though. I saw the two of them running here just now. Haruko 2 went in first, and then Takumi 2 chased after her. He was carrying a kitchen knife, just like I remember in that case. I was right, the door's locked. Damn it. That could have been another timeline, though. I pulled the door up myself, just in case, but it wouldn't budge. Then I heard a noise from inside the room. That was probably Haruko 2 getting thrown around. It's already 10:59 p.m. This is bad. We're almost out of time. Stand back. Barely had time to react before Haruko revved the power saw and charged forward. Oh, fuck yeah. There was a terrible splintering sound as the door yielded to the relentless rotating metal blades. Come on! Following Haruko's lead, I stepped into the biolab, but I was not ready for what was waiting for me inside. What, just you? It's you, Takumi! Oh no! It took me a moment to process what had happened. Haruko had gone in first, but now... Oh shit! She was crumpled up in the corner. A blow from Takumi 2 must have sent her flying. Oh goddamn, how'd they react like that? That's not good. From the sound of her groan, she was going to be out of action for a little while. And on the other side of the operating table was Haruko 2, who was also on the floor and looked pretty out of it too. Both the Harukos were down for the count. Obviously, only one person could be responsible for this. Takumi 2, this timeline's version of me. Sup, buddy? No talk, just fight. Our eyes met and I froze up. I wasn't used to looking at my own body from the outside. It's kind of funny that they both like probably freezing up a little bit right now. Crazy, Takumi. It was such a surreal experience. I just stood there, forgetting to even breathe. But it wasn't long until time started to flow again, and I was dragged back to reality. Takumi 2 raised his kitchen knife and dashed towards me. Yeah! Haruko said the leap suits repel Hino anima. That wasn't a class weapon he was holding. It was more than capable of tearing through the suit and hurting me. He swung wildly, but I did my best to dodge his blows. Obviously, I wasn't about to let myself get killed, especially not by my own doppelganger. Oh shit, this timeline. Yeah, buddy. I couldn't keep dodging forever. He was sure to hit me sooner or later. I needed a weapon, something I could use to fight back. Right as that thought crossed my mind, my foot brushed against something. Glanced down, it was the power saw. Haruko must have dropped it when she got knocked over. I was still running, oh shit. I ducked down, grabbed it, and swung it to the side. The blade connected with the other me's knife and sent it flying. Oh, good. We're here to save me, not kill me. That didn't stop him, though. He grabbed my arm, trying to take the power saw from me. Wasn't about to go down without a fight. I wrenched it away and kicked him in the stomach. He slammed against the wall and fell to the floor, his face contorted in pain. I must have hit him pretty hard. He wouldn't be getting up anytime soon. I took advantage of the lull in the fight to go check on Haruko 2. Oh. Wait. Oh, wait. I think I understand now. And that's when Takumi reawakened as his normal self. Oh, fuck. And this is the person, this is the one we killed by putting him outside, right? Yeah, I remember this. Oh shit. That is crazy. So yeah, this is the timeline where we just kind of woke up here and we saw this going down, and we actually killed this person by throwing him into the flames. And that's nuts, huh? She didn't seem to have any visible injuries, but I had to make sure she was okay, then put down the saw. Don't look so scary, buddy. With all that strafing around I'd been doing, not to mention the run over here, I wasn't exactly feeling at my best. I fought through the fatigue and lumbered over to this timeline's Hideko. Bad end? Yeah, I'd say so. But just as I was about to reach her... No, Takumi 2, stop it! Something slammed into me hard from behind. I staggered a few steps, suddenly off balance. Takumi 2 saw his opportunity and took it. As the two of us grappled, we found ourselves near the window. Then, the next thing I knew, I was in the air, with Takumi 2 still clinging on to me. Okay, now I can pinpoint where we are in the timeline. Hold on, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. So it was like, this was choice time, right? There was choices happening. Take action, yeah. Freaking dodge the attack, or kick the attacker. And... this is the timeline we're at, right? Surely. And this is the kick the attacker approach or dodge the attack? Wait, maybe this isn't it. I thought that this shit was back here. I don't know. Moving along, sorry. That probably wasn't it. Forget me. I'll never do that again. He must have tackled me with so much force that it sent us right through the window. The shards of glass were all around us, sparkling in the night air. For one weird disconnected moment, it actually kind of looked beautiful. But then the laws of physics kicked in, and we were falling, rocketing towards the ground faster than either of us could deal with. Youchie. This is where we both died, right? We're dead now? My loop suit must have provided some protection, because falling from the second floor didn't hurt nearly as much as it should have. I saw the power saw lying to my side. I grabbed it, got to my feet, looking around for Takumi the second. He was standing nearby, maybe 30 feet away. It looked like he had just gotten to his feet. He was still swaying unsteadily. Well, I'd prevented Hideko 2's murder. I just left one thing still to do in this timeline. We had to treat Takumi 2. I couldn't let him get away now. I tightened my grip on the power saw and ran towards him. Not scary in the slightest. Hey, wait, I just want to help you. My double saw me coming and ran. Yeah, as you should, if you're in that situation. Crazy you're this close to comedy. I know, right? That heckin' comedy round, man. One little choice, and it would have just set us off in a different direction. I stayed on his tail and eventually cornered him right in front of the wall of fire. I raised my power saw and revved it. In the light of the undying flames, the blade... Wait, why are you... Why did you do that? Takumi, you raised your power saw and revved it. In the light of the undying flames, the blade glinted ominously. You're scaring the fuck out of the boy. I wasn't going to kill Takumi this second, obviously. I didn't even want to hurt him. He may be from an alternate reality, but he was still me after all. So what was I going to do? Just threaten him? If he thought I was out to kill him, maybe he'd come quietly. I decided to go with that and I hefted the power saw again. Wait, Something about this doesn't seem right. Haven't I seen this happen before? Yes, on the other side of it, bro. Stop what you're doing. You're going to die. I couldn't have been distracted for more than 2 seconds, but that was all he needed. Oh, shit. Oh, this is the route or we die, isn't it? Pain flashed across my left leg, and my view started to tilt from the side. As I toppled over, everything seemed to slow down. I found myself thinking, I should have seen that coming. Yeah, we've been through this timeline, bro. Then my downward movement came to an abrupt stop. I felt my head slam against the cold, hard ground. Even with my helmet on, it was a real shock to the system. Imagine if Takumi 2 dodged instead of attacking. Oh, I know, right? Is that the... Which one's that? No, I promised. Takumi fucked up. I was majorly disoriented. I could barely string 2 coherent thoughts together, let alone come up with a plan to fight back. Though instinct more than anything else, I managed to stagger back to my feet. My thoughts were still hazy, but one thing was abundantly clear. I didn't have the power saw anymore, so it must be... Now it's my turn. Fear took over, and I ran back towards the school as fast as I could. Okay, yeah, so if he dodged, we would have died. That was the option where you get fucking torched alive, I remember. Well, by you, I mean the person in the suit, being us. But now I run away. Back to school.
You won't get away!
This is so weird, being on both sides. The tables have turned. Now Takumi 2 was after me. Fortunately, he wasn't moving very fast. Probably because he was weighed down by the power saw. My vision was back to normal now, but the haze around my thoughts was still there. I felt like I was forgetting something important, but I couldn't think of what. Before I could figure it out, Takumi 2 made his move. He discarded the power saw, tossing it aside into the bushes. Now that he'd lightened his load, he was a lot faster than before and gaining on me fast. Don't remember how this ended. I think we just get away, right? I don't remember. He and I were the same person, of course, so our running speeds should have been the same, except I had a big clunky leap suit slowing me down. Only a matter of time before he catches me. I need to find somewhere I can ditch this suit. Right as the thought crossed my mind, the outline of the school came into view up ahead. I put on a burst of speed, running for the school with all my might. I scrambled into the hallway and up the stairs. My feet were barely even touching the ground as I fled along to the second floor. Finally, I tumbled into the bathroom. That stinker. I knew we should have checked the bathroom. I held my breath and listened hard. I could hear footsteps in the hall outside. Always check the bathroom. They got closer, then passed by and gradually faded away. I let out a sigh and leaned back against the wall. Takumi 2 did dodge. Hideko 1 would have had appeared from behind and injected Takumi 2. Interesting. That's what happens with the dodge? Huh. My head was swimming. I just stood there and spaced out for a while. So, what am I supposed to do now? I still have to get that guy under control somehow. Maybe I can hide and try and get to the jump on him. This suit's so hard to move around in, though. I won't be doing anything stealthy in this. It'll be easy for him to turn the tables on me if anything goes wrong, too. The solution to that was obvious enough. I took off my leap suit. Why can't I find this goddamn route on here? There's two choices. There was the goddamn, no. It was dodge attack. You kick the attacker. It was like two choices. One right after the other. So you like hit him out the window, or you could do something else, and then you have another interaction with the guy. Whatever, sorry, I promise. Looking around, I found a supply closet and stowed it in there. Okay, I better get going. I need to fix this quick before our window to leap back closes. My first move would be to find Hideko. She was probably still in the biolab. I walked towards the bathroom door. But just as I was about to open in... Could they have hidden in the bathroom? I guess I better check. Darn it. Why did he have to pick now to think about looking in here? I looked around for an escape. There was no point hiding in one of those stalls. I'd have to find a way out right away. In that case, there's only one way out. I ran to the window and opened it. I jumped out with all the energy I could muster. Oh yeah, we did find the suit in the bathroom, didn't we? But something went wrong. Maybe it was the fatigue setting in, but I couldn't control my posture like I wanted to. I fell. Flat on my back, my head hitting the ground with a sickening crunch. Ugh. I'd really done it this time. My consciousness was leaving me like smoke blown away in a strong breeze. Goocher literally, what are you talking about? Am I? No, hold on. I am not. I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's not where the comedy starts, because there's like two. There's two, right? Never mind. Takumi, are you okay? Hold on, stay with me. Takumi's dead. That's all that matters now. That was where my memory cut out for the day. The next thing I knew, my mind melted into the chaos and confusion. I swear to God there were two choices that night. Maybe there wasn't. I could be tripping balls. I woke up suddenly. I looked around trying to orient myself.
Where am I?
Can't you tell? It's your room. In the SF timeline, that is.
Dodge equals comedy, period. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
SF?
Steady fundamental. It's the one we started off in.
Did you have to carry me here again?
Yes. You need to start taking better care of yourself. I'm not your mother, you know.
You have to take care of your slaves.
I don't understand.
It's like when a child falls asleep in front of the TV, and their mother picks them up and puts them to bed. I've basically done the same for you. Several times now.
And it's appreciated. When she put it like that, I did feel kind of guilty. I shifted uncomfortably and sat up in bed. What happened after I blacked out? Don't worry about it. We fulfilled both of our goals. Right. I figured we saved Hiroko too, but what about the other one? We don't need to worry about Takumi 2's parasite problem. I actually had 2 thumb drives. Nikao gave me an extra one as a spare. I gave it to Hiroko too. I revealed myself to her and explained everything. Did she already know about the time loop and parallel leaping? No, not every me in every timeline has the same memories. She only recovered a few fragments so far. It must have been hard for her to wrap her head around. She managed just fine, I should know. She is a past version of me after all. I know her history very well. I even remember what happened next, from when I was her. As Hideko 2, I injected Takumi 2 with an anesthetic and used the repair program to treat him. A program I got from the thumb drive given to me by Hideko 1. That was all well and good, but she hadn't seen it for herself this time. That made me uneasy. Took out the device Hideko had given me. When's the next time Bloodspace wave energy surge? Thinking of leaping back to Killer Zombie to check on it? Don't you believe me? It's not like that. Either way, we won't be leaping anytime soon. Look at the screen. 1 to 5 p.m. on day 20? Right, we won't be able to leap again until then. That's 3 days from now. So we're staying put for 3 days. That's just how this works. Do these surges have any kind of pattern? Unfortunately not. Everything from their variation to their wavelength to their regularity is completely random. The same goes for their periods when they surge and how long they last. We never really know what they're dealing with, what we're dealing with until they arrive. We're lucky these devices even allow us to predict the next surge. For now, you'll just have to trust me. We know that route as a slasher route, though, right? What happened? That's the one that's ending 42. That's the one where Hideko tells us about the data in our brain. Reveals, right? Before everything blows up. But she never actually finishes removing the data in that timeline, I don't think. So if it's this one, then you go all the way down. Bop, bop, bop. Then it could dodge or jump out of the window. For whatever happens there. And that splits those two routes, which I don't exactly remember what the big difference is between those two. I don't know, man. It's all so damn complicated. So Takumi's 2's really fine now. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Trying to keep track of everything on the timeline is fucking impossible. Can't wait to Kiso to keep Darumi and Takumi together. Oh, I know, right? Why didn't she treat Takumi? I don't think she was able to. Is that the one where he started going crazy killing people and she just like wasn't able to get a hold of him in time? Something like that? I don't know, man. That's right. After breakfast, I went back to the roof to think. Our next sleep is on day 20, and the next battle is on the night of day 21. It gives me some downtime before then, but I still have to use it productively. I decided to go back to my room and take a walk around the school and see what everyone else was doing. I mean, that one timeline could have split into so many timelines that, like, any number of those things could have happened. And any number of choices that we're not seeing could have also happened. So I'm not sure what we're even doing crossing into these other timelines to fix a problem, when really that just seems it's like it's going to make a parallel universe in and of itself by making a different choice. I have no idea. Like, how does the time travel dynamics versus parallel universes work? Gaku, help me. Dude, let's just fucking go back to chanting some shit. This game's starting to break my brain. I need like a 10-hour lecture to fully understand what's happening. What? This is just like later Zero Escape. Going back in time to stop Apocalypse accidentally caused the apocalypse in the first place? I don't know. I don't even think I played... No, I haven't played that Zero Escape. You're talking about the one where like the timeline's all fractured? and you like end up getting the credits 20 minutes into the game or something like that. I heard that was good. And then I fucking spoiled myself on it by figuring out that. Which I'm actually not sure that was a spoiler. Probably should have just kept playing it. Ha ha ha. Choma, what are you doing here? I'm digging a hole. I wanted to look for creatures in the dirt. I looked for creatures in the dirt with Shoma. After spending some time together, you understand Shoma better now. Hiruko said the killer zombie Takumi 2 was now fixed, so where was she going to leap on day 20? I had other questions for her too, but they could wait until tomorrow. Right now, all I wanted to do was go to bed. So, has anybody made a video just explaining all the timelines and how they're interconnected yet? Because I haven't, like, watched any YouTube content on this game. But surely something like that exists already, right? As usual, everyone wandered off to do their own thing after breakfast. At some point, I lost track of Hideko. Maybe I'll just wait until the night to speak to her. Having decided on that, I began looking for ways to spend the rest of my day. I'm just gonna run outside, do some entrance hall stuff. You and you.
Let's get to searching.
Let's get to searching. Oh God, why is it so late already? I got like another hour. Why did you ask me to come all the way here? I'll actually, give me one moment. I shall be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I wanted to make sure we wouldn't be interrupted. Oh wait, sorry. Nozomi can't loop. Wonder how all the Nozomis in the timelines will find crazy Takumi killer feel about Takumi. Yeah. If they all have memories of all the timelines, there's going to be trouble. But I didn't even bring my riding crop. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't call you out here so you could give me a secret spanking. Oh my God, where are we going with this? Do you want me to step on you then? Jesus Christ, Haruko, stop. Not that either. I need help with the timelines, actually. So what do you want? It's about leaping. I was worried someone might overhear us if we talked in our rooms. Like how you ended up following me and poking your nose where it didn't belong? I nodded. What do you want to ask? First of all, the blood space waves were going to surge on day 20. What timeline are you going to jump to? You really want to know? Yeah.
Oh.
Can I drip molten candle wax on your cowlick? That's like your hair, right?
Hey!
Why would you want to do that?
Oh.
I want to see what it looks like slicked down.
Oh.
I'm actually still thinking about which timeline to visit next. Okay. I'll let you know when I come to a decision. Damn, Haruko's getting freaky. We switched to a new location before continuing our conversation.
Huh?
2 days ago, you said the parallel leap machine was made by some kind of researchers, right? I don't know that for sure. It's just speculation. That's fine. Let's assume it's true. But which side were these researchers on? Were they human or invaders? There's really no way to tell. From the look of the lab building, it doesn't seem to have any government or military connections. Perhaps they were a part of a smaller organization, or built it in secret as part of some private endeavor. I mean, think about it. No matter who built it, that machine could provide a huge advantage to the war effort. So the fact that no one's used it means neither side knows it exists. That's what I think anyway. Neither VCNess nor Sirei or Nigao have ever mentioned parallel leaping either. Not ever? No, not in any timeline I've seen in any of my 146 loops. Damn. Wonder why not. I wonder if that thing he has to remove the data from our brain is putting other shit in our brain. We moved again to a new location. A new question. So, about our most recent leap. Our objective was to change history by saving Haruko 2 and stopping Takumi 2 from being a serial killer. Did we really achieve that, though? Of course. Haruko 2 is still alive and Takumi 2 was successfully treated. What are you so worried about? It's just, isn't there a timeline out there where we didn't succeed? Yeah, thank you. Naturally, there are infinite possibilities out there in the blood space realm. So why are we doing this? But if that's the case, is it even accurate to say we changed history? Isn't it more like we created a new timeline, kind of like laying down a new train rails to replace old ones? We didn't even replace, we just laid whole new tracks.
Oh.
Yes, but what of it? I'm just wondering if there's any point to it. The old rails still exist. So have we really fixed anything? No! That's what I was saying! Oh my god, thank you for spelling it out for me, Takumi. Yeah, you burned, Takumi. Yeah. What, like, we're not doing anything here, Haruko. Trust me, there's definitely a point. Why?
Oh.
Let's say there's a train that's destined to constantly run through a fiery hellscape. The passengers inside would be forced to endure constant pain and suffering. Now imagine we lay down a new set of rails branching off from that line. One version of the train now gets to enjoy a safe, comfortable journey. Of course, one of them still is destined to burn in hellfire, but there's no changing that. But it's better than if we never added that second line. It's better than if we never added a second line at all? At least this gives the passengers a 1 in 2 chance at happiness. I don't think that's how that works. Is that how that works? No, it's more like you just made new people. You just made a whole new timeline, though. Those people wouldn't even exist. Nah. Well, maybe quantum physics plays a role. They don't know which version they are until they out of. You know? I think I get what she means, but still, no, I'm not buying it completely. I think we're better off not branching the timeline so many times. I'm still having trouble coming to terms with this. Especially when there's a literal fucking machine that lets you jump between timelines. It's just... oh, it's just so bad. What's the problem? Are we even laying down new rails at all?
Oh.
What do you mean? When we left 2 days ago, things played out in the killer zombie timeline exactly like I remembered when I was Takumi 2. Only difference was I was seeing them from the steady fundamental perspective as Takumi 1. The person who attacked me with the power saw when I was Takumi 2 was actually me, Takumi 1. It took me a while to notice what was happening, and I still don't understand it. Without even meaning to, I ended up making history repeat itself. Almost like I was on rails, going along a predetermined route. It makes me feel like destiny is controlling us or something. And I got to thinking, what if history refuses to change? What if our actions don't create new timelines after all? Yeah, that's a possibility. I already told you, Haruko 2 is alive and Takumi 2 has been treated. That's something that wouldn't have happened without intervention. Definitely created a new timeline. Huh? But no, we definitely did not create a new timeline. The fact that history seems to repeat itself to you is probably just leap damage. I don't know, maybe do I have leap damage? I'd believe it. Remember what I told you? Leap damage can affect your memories and your ability to reason if it reaches your brain. Obviously, I hadn't made my point clearly enough. I had a feeling that loss of reasoning was also something that happened because it was part of a predetermined history. Like we couldn't escape it no matter what we did. Are we going the predetermined route? I guess like maybe if we see that particular branch and we leap directly to it, then it's predetermined. But if we haven't seen it and we leap to it, could not be, maybe. I don't know. That's breaking my brain. Ruko and I finished talking and went back to the roof.
Oh.
You look like you're still having doubts. I'm telling you, it's nothing to worry about. We're creating new timelines, and it's changing things for the better. If we weren't, there'd be no point in anything we do here in this timeline.
Oh.
Don't forget your promise. I'll build us a future where we can all be happy. That's what you said.
Oh.
Does that help? You going to sleep better tonight? I don't know. I'll go get you some medicine to help you sleep. Take it and go to bed. You'll forget all about all these groundless worries, understand? She left before I could respond, as usual. After that, I took the sleeping medication that Haruko brought me and sank into a deep, sleep. Day 19. Schrodinger's branch? I could be. I mean, it really just depends on how they want to handle the timelines, right? It could be many ways. But it looks like they might be going the predetermined route. I jolted awake suddenly. Judging by the sky outside, it was already nighttime. I practically slept the whole day away. The sleeping medicine had done its job at any rate. That's some strong stuff. Weirdly, my face really hurt now. I had no idea what could have caused that. Rubbing my sore cheeks, I looked at the clock. It was 7:15 p.m. Would be funny if Hideko 2 switched with this Hideko. You know what? That would be hilarious. You know what? I'd be none the wiser. Wait, why is YouTube yelling at me? Hold on. Why are you yelling at me? Okay, no big deal. At this time of the day, there might still be people in the cafeteria having dinner. Okay, I'll go check it out. Hey there, Sumina. Finally awake, huh? Right. Man, I still can't stop thinking about what we just saw. It was awesome. I know, right? So much fun. What are you guys talking about? I've been talking to Hideko for like 3 hours. Nigao's hidden talent. Nigao's hidden talent, man. It was some next level shit. Oh, we missed the hidden talent again. Fuck. Very nice of you to say so. This is obviously the worst possible ending. Oh, right. This is day 19. Always seem to miss it, no matter what timeline I'm in. It was a wonderful performance. Indeed. It was truly high-class entertainment. I was so inspired, I practically ascended to a higher plane of existence or consciousness. Isn't that right, sister dearest? Kako, you good? Those 6 hours went by in a flash. 6 hours? Holy shit. Did try waking you up, Takumi. But no matter how hard I slapped you, it never did any good. Smack, smack. So that's why my cheeks hurt so much. Shit. Should have locked your door, man. You never lock your door. Well, that's too bad for you. Nigao, could you do it one more time for Takumi? I'm sorry, but each of my shows is absolutely unique. No recordings, no repeats, no exceptions. I looked over at Hideko. Our eyes met, and she joined the conversation. You missed out on the opportunity of a lifetime. No. Apparently, I was still the only one who missed it this time, too. This was so unfair. I gritted my teeth and glared daggers at Haruko. She just laughed. She was enjoying all this. All at once, her offering to help me sleep made a whole lot more sense. That's so fucked up. She drugged me so she could get the performance to herself. God has forbidden you from seeing Nigao's skill. We'll never get to see it. After dinner, I ran to the war room as fast as I could. Sire and Nigao were there waiting for me. I turned to Nigao and made a sincere, heartfelt entreaty. Please, just this once. I don't need the full 6-hour show. 5 minutes would be enough. Sorry, old boy, but like I said, I never repeat a Can't you make an exception? Give it up, Sumino. Oh, come on. You two always do whatever Hideko says. I'm afraid I don't follow. Cerebral glitch repair program. You gave that to her when she asked for it, right? Yeah, well, Shizuhara said she really needed it. That was enough for you to hand it over? Nah, of course not. All this was on day 4, right? Shizuhara came to us and told us about the time loop.
She even told us top secret intel only Nigo and I should know about. That's what convinced me she was telling the truth. And that's when she made us an offer we couldn't refuse. I know which days the enemy attacks will happen. I'll share this information with you. But you have to do as I say in return. I mean, who's gonna turn down a deal like that? I mean, her ultimate goal is for all of you to survive through to day 100. In other words, she wants to win the war just like we do. Her interests and ours match up. So it only seemed natural that we agree to work together. Hence, why I gave her the thumb drive.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. You feel the same, Nigal? You mean, is that why I comply with Miss Shizuhara's requests? I nodded. Not exactly. It's more like I feel indebted to her. She went to the trouble of forcing me away from second to last Defense Academy on day 6 after all. If I'd stay there, I'd surely be a pile of lifeless scrap by now. I'd have been obliged to self-destruct at some point, and well, I'm just so grateful that it didn't have to come to that. I didn't give up. I begged Nigao to show me this hidden talent for a while after that. But my pleas fell on deaf ears. I had to leave disappointed. And... alright. Takumi, just reset the whole timeline. I returned to my room and got into bed. Despite not knowing very much during the day, I fell asleep pretty easily. That night, I had a dream about Nigao juggling flaming torches while playing the theremin? I don't think that would do it. I don't think that's life-changing enough. I think she went harder. He went harder. Open them, boys! After breakfast, I went looking for Haruko. I found her up on the roof. I made sure no one else was around before speaking to her. Hey, do you got a minute? You want to know about today's leap, I presume? Oh, it's day 20. That's nice. We can go starting from 1 p.m., right? There's still plenty of time to train in the meantime. Don't forget, we have a battle coming up tomorrow night. Have you decided where we're going? Yes, to the rednom timeline. Oh, God, why? Rednom? I suppose you don't know about that one, or you just haven't remembered it yet. Oh, I know. In that timeline, you and Darumi are raising a strange creature called rednom. Okay, but why are we leaving there? To find someone, specifically a mysterious old person. Oh, we're gonna find the old man? Why? For some reason, he only appears in certain timelines. We won't find him here in the steady fundamental branch, no matter how hard we look. Huh? But he's there in the rednom timeline? I think so. I met him there once before. I was exploring the ruins and found him standing outside a cave. Then he said something. It looks to me like you're caught in the cursed cycle. I could only vaguely remember, but that phrase sounded familiar to me too. Did he mention that? How's your take on this timeline so far? It's awesome. I'm loving it. I can't wait to see where it goes. We're just gonna like run off and visit all the other timelines, gather a bunch of information. I wonder if it's gonna go all the way to day 100. I'm assuming everything about the dudes in the freaking jumpsuits are going to be revealed. We're going to figure out who is behind all of them. I'm guessing. I'm hoping. I hadn't recovered my memories at this point, so I didn't recognize the significance of what he said. But I do now. When he spoke about a cursed cycle, he was referring to the time loop. So, whoever this guy is, he knows about the loop? Yes, and there's a chance he also knows how to leave it. I gulped. With that in mind, we're leaping to that timeline this afternoon. But, no buts. Just be a good servant and do as you're told. Do I make myself clear? She said she left before I could respond, as usual. rednom, huh? Nope. Still doesn't ring any bells. But if this strange old man could tell us how to escape the loop, that would be a big step forward. My heart beat faster just at the thought of it. I'd have to wait until this afternoon for the main event. I still had the first part of the day free. I decided to go see if I could find a way to use that time productively. If you were Takumi and Haruko kept drugging you each loop to keep from seeing Migao's talent, how would you feel? I'd be pissed, bro. I'd have to murder her before day 19 just so I could see the thing. I'm gonna talk with Ima. I know I still need to unlock some stuff with him. Whoops. How you doing, Ima? Don't mind if I just skip this, do you? 12:59 p.m. We set up the machine and had our leap suits on and ready. Now we just had to wait. When it was almost time, Hideko spoke up suddenly. Let's do a recap before we leave. Like last time, which timeline are we leaping to? The rednom timeline. And what's our objective? Find the old man and ask him about the curse cycle. Good. I'm glad you have a grasp on the basics. The moment she finished speaking, I saw the time change to 1 p.m. in the corner of my eye. Want to get going? Ruko pressed the red button, and the two of us stepped onto the round platform.
No.
Yes, let's do this. Let's do it. Wow, 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 wow. So this will be probably before. Hold on, let me pull up rednom real quick. Is it just this one? No, it's called this one. What was this choice? Oh. Yeah, we still have a lot to do in that timeline. Anyways, rednom. There it is. Is this before or after? Yeah, this is way before we actually receive rednom. So, this is the rednom timeline. Everything looks just the same to me. Were you expecting to see some dinosaurs walking around or something? It's my third time leaping to a parallel universe, but it still doesn't feel real. In a broad sense, these alternate timelines aren't that different from our own. By the way, about our leap suits. We're keeping them on. You never know when we might run into someone unexpectedly. I thought you remembered what happened in this timeline.
No.
Do you remember what you had for dinner 3 nights ago? Fair enough, fair enough. I've been doing this for at least 146 loops. I can't remember every detail from every timeline. Huh, I never thought of it like that. Well, you should, Takumi. Even I can't remember. So, where do we find the old man we're looking for? Like I said, I found him outside a cave for the first time. I don't know if he'll be there now, but it's worth a try. Okay, let's go check it out. Bow. I don't see any caves around here. How much further is it? What, do you have a problem with walking? No, I was just asking. Then stop flapping your gums and start moving your feet. Or curl up in a ball like an armadillo and I'll kick you all the way there. Pardon me for breathing. And she's picking on you because she likes you, man. I did as Hideko said, and I curled up in a ball and she started kicking me. The part about staying quiet and walking, that is all. We made our way through the old ruined town, but just as I was turning a corner... Ah, yes, I do remember this part. And basically nothing happens. Hi. A strangled cry escaped my mouth. I tried to smother it, but it was too late. It was really only one thing I could think about now. Getting away from here and fast. Every timeline blur together. Yeah, they start to. They start to. But this one is actually very memorable. It's hard to forget this one. Well, mix it up with any of the others anyways. It's hard to forget any of them. Maybe some of the small details. I don't know. I looked at Hiruko and saw her helmet move up and down. A nod. That was our signal. We turned away and began sprinting as fast as we could.
Hey, wait!
Who the heck are you guys?
Don't worry about it. Bye. The other two chased after us. We had to shake them off. We did everything we could to get away, turning corners, ducking down side streets, cutting through abandoned houses. After running around like that for a while, it finally seemed safe again. There was no sign of our pursuers, so we stopped to catch our breath. Up. Who was that back there? Do you really need to ask? That was this timeline's version of Darumi and you. But it's not like in the Killer Zombie branch. I don't remember anything like that happening before. I do. And that kind of further solidifies that the timelines really are just kind of blending together. Too much parallel travel. It just sticks. It's like always there. Huh. I can think of two possible explanations for that. Either you have experienced it but you don't remember, or you're going to experience at some point in the future. In the future? No, that can't be right. Determined not to go through this loop again. This will be the last time I experience these 100 days. So there's no way I'm seeing something that I haven't lived through yet. I wouldn't be so sure. At least we got away from them. If they'd gotten a hold of us and taken off our suits, we'd have really been in trouble. Yeah, I don't want to end up fighting myself again. They're probably still nearby. You should get moving before they can find us. It's not like they can do anything to you. They'll attack you with Hino Anima and it'll bounce off you and then they'll get scared and run away. Oh, don't put me on the game board. Oh, what kind of sick joke. What? Why am I on the game board? It's not time to hunt for materials. It is time to freaking hop on? Sure. It is time to freaking... I went the wrong way, didn't I? Wait, hold up. I can go over there. I can go this way. Nah, I probably just want to go this way, don't I? What was I saying? I don't remember. Probably complaining about something. Inspect the armor. Aw, hit her go. I just don't want to play Mario Party right now. This just reminds me I have no one to play Mario Party with. Well, I got my girlfriend, but she's sleeping. Talisman. Straight up? All the way? Sure. Large flock, not a battle. Yes. Oh, for fuck's sake. Not a battle. Bro. Battle start. Alright. Kumi, you want to handle this? Want to get it done for me real quick? Right there. Sure.
Let's do this. I've got this. This should do it.
Whap on an attack potion.
Take that. Go. Let's go. Ready when you are. All right. Say what? I've got this. One last strike.
One last murder. I still need to get to that one timeline and finish out that long game board session they want me to do. We'll go 3. Sure, why not? Walk away. Whatever it is, just walk away. It's not good for you, man. Not gonna do nothing for you. Look how clear this is. Fuck yeah. Alrighty, where are we going? Sorry, I was looking away. Right there. The rock house. Don't eat random things. Especially when they're mushrooms. Kick it. Ah, fucking another pass. Yes. I just wanted to kick something. Why is that so wrong? Alright, Takumi, time for another sweep. You don't mind, do you?
Let's go.
Sure he doesn't.
Time to use it.
He loves murdering humanoids.
Say when.
Not human, just humanoid.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Let's go.
Take this.
Shit, I fucked up. Well, hey, what do you know?
Good to go. I've got this.
Can we like do a thing? Nah, screw it. I'll pay for my stupidity.
Spent.
That's what you get. You fucked up, Takumi. It's your fault, not mine.
Ready when you are. All right.
All right. We'll take this.
Hell yeah.
We did it.
I would love to not continue on with the game board. Are you kidding me? But I need to get to the freaking thing, or what happens? Is it just game over? I don't even know. They're talking to me like I have a choice in the matter.
I'll take this.
And that's the thing I don't understand. Charge right in. Oh god. Okay. Should probably not do the risky things. Open the TV. Turn on the TV. Oh god. Okay, we're both dead now. Shit. Oh, that was really bad. Checkpoint though. See? We can do checkpoint. Where's the checkpoint? Is that at the very beginning? Okay, cool. No, we're good. Okay. No, we're fine. We're gonna take this seriously now. We're gonna ignore it. Fuck! How is that a battle? I don't understand either, kitty. Mao. Mao. Mao Mao. Oh god, 2 of those fucking things? Alright, we're gonna use Hideko. We're gonna give her attack potion. Watch this greatness that's gonna happen. To business.
Out of my way.
Double kill. Dope.
Time to move.
Now we can do that. Wipe that fucker out. Oh yeah.
Let's get started.
That's the good stuff.
My turn.
And you actually need to agility potion.
Right here.
For shits and giggles, really.
Time for battle.
Time for battle. 8? Why 8? 8's a lot. I do 7. Alright, fuck it, do this.
How's this? How my turn. Out of my way.
Do that, we're gonna double hit this guy just for funsies.
Broken so soon. Time to move.
Broken so soon. This is not working out very well either.
Out of my way.
I'll be 100.
Now then, to business.
To business.
Let's go.
Can you do 4? Cool, you can do 4. But you can't get over there. You know, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just stab that guy. Call it a day. This is excellent gameplay right here. Sure, I could have done another turn. But now they're closer to me. And it's easier to murder them. Oh, wait.
Ready
You
whenever.
don't do as much damage anymore. Bro. Bro.
How's this? My turn.
Am I doing this right? I don't know. I refuse to think.
I'll chop you to pieces. Time for battle. Die. How unsatisfying.
I've got this. Take this!
There we go, folks. The master class is over. You're welcome.
I'll take this.
All you have to do now is subscribe for $9.99 reoccurring, and you too can play the 100 line just about half as good as I do. But it might take like 5 years, so you know, you gotta be in for the long haul. Get that credit card ready. God, just get me to where I need to go. Broken stone, yay. Getting so many materials, guys. Run as fast as you can. Okay, we're going backwards now. Fucking A. Up here? Okay, almost there. We're so close. Black ore. I don't think I've ever done that one before. Run again. That's fine. We go backwards. I don't care what we get rid of. I really don't. Just get rid of something. Oh, the pain is over. Wow, look at all those materials. You, we're finally here. Now, where's the old man? I thought I already explained this. I met him here once before during a previous loop. There's no guarantee he'll be... Marionette! We both spun around. Standing there was... God, how did I do the voice for this guy? Ah, my apologies. No, that wasn't it. God, fuck. I don't know, that voice might just be gone with the wind. I meant to say, you are late. It is my age. My memory isn't what it used to be. That doesn't sound like the kind of mistake you can chalk up to forgetfulness. Marionetting is actually the process of soaking foods to soften them up. I could tell you a wonderful recipe for ginger oh, it's marinated. Not... Can I just die? I would love that. Squash, sure. I was just about to ask him to get to the point, but Hiruko beat me to the punch. Sir, I believe you're familiar with the curse cycle. You mentioned it to me before. Well, it wasn't really before from your perspective. The point is, I've heard you mention that phrase. Ah, yes. Its stats look good. But once you equipped it, you can't take it off. Oh, I hate stuff like that. You can't do that. That's cursed equipment, like you find in RPGs. This isn't a physical object we're talking about, it's... the loop, yes? Oh, yeah, I guess it is kind of cursed equipment, isn't it? Ah, the time loop. It's what you young people call it, isn't it? So, you know about it? The cursed cycle. It is a legend passed down from this land from time immortal. A legend? There once existed a race with the blood of the god running through their veins, the so-called Brethren of the Blood. This was long, long ago, but who knows, there still may be some out there today. These were people created by God's own will, who lived a blessed life. Until one day evildoers from a distant land appeared, and by use of secret arts created copies of the Brethren. God was angry and visited a terrible retribution upon a number of these copies. That's what it came to be known as. That's when it came to be known as the curse cycle. Indeed. A truly dreadful punishment. A prison constructed not of brick and mortar and iron bars, but of time itself. Those within it are forced to watch history repeat itself over and over and over again in an endless loop. That is the curse cycle. As for those trapped inside, even I know what became of them. Perhaps they linger there still, never able to leave, constantly longing for the sweet release of death.
Ooh.
They all lived happily ever after. Nothing about that was happy. Sir, we're looking for a way to leave this loop. Can you tell us anything that might help? There's no mention of anything like that in the legends. Our shoulders slumped in disappointment. But then, now that your tensions hit, now that you mention it, there was somebody researching the cursed cycle many years ago. His name was Noriu Einon? Oh. Now long dead. He was an impressive polymath in his time. I don't know. He excelled in the study of both folklore and particle physics. I've heard that Professor Einon compiled the results of his research, his life's work, into a single volume. One of his goals with it was to prove the potential existence of the cursed cycle and examine its mechanics from a scientific perspective. What's this book called? Reflections on... Why do they gotta do this to me? Alright, hold on. Alright, let's see. We'll call it RIM. How about that?
Ooh.
I know it all sounds very occult, but it's got no relation to cursed spirits or sorcerers, in case you're wondering. But will it tell us how to get out of the loop? I've never read it myself, so I can't say for sure. There's a chance it could offer you some clues. Haruko and I looked at each other and nodded. I must say, you two are dressed rather strangely. Have you come from space? Well, in a way. Something like that. We thanked the old man and went on our way. That old man's smart as hell. What is he doing living in a cave? We returned to the lab and from there leapt back to our steady fundamental timeline. On our arrival, we took off our leap suits and talked about what we should do next. Our only lead is Professor Einon's reflections on metamorphosis. No shot. I'll have to actually look that shit up. Where do we even start looking for something like that? I can't even pronounce that shit. True, there's no sign of any libraries anywhere outside the school. We'll just have to try inside the school then. Or to read titles. We walked back to the school and headed to the library. Haruko and I spent the rest of the day and most of the night searching the library's different index lists. It's no good. There's no sign of that book ever having been here. Nothing else by Professor Einon either. This message came up when I researched it. When I searched on the PC, though. The records in this database are incomplete. New books may have been added to the collection without the index being updated. So we have to search the stacks manually. Have you seen how many books are all here? Do you know how many timelines we've done this shit? I don't want to search the library again. We should know where the books are now. I'm afraid that's our only option. Fuck. If only we could get Flameboy in here. Flameboy! I stared in bewilderment at the rows upon rows of books and documents lined up throughout the room. It's getting late, though. Let's call it a day for now. Our next defensive battle's tomorrow night, so we should be fine to start looking during the day.
Oh.
Speaking of which, you remember which commander attacks tomorrow, don't you? I nodded. Yeah, it's Ava.
Oh.
We'll need to think about what to do with her as well. Once we got to the roof, I parted ways with Haruko and went back to my room. So am I going to get any more choices? That's the real question. Because we're past the story lock now, does that mean we're kind of like locked into a single course? What to do with Ava, huh? I thought about it all right. I got into bed and thought about it for several hours. By the time I'd reached an answer, it was starting to get light outside. Because, you know, unless all roads lead to El Dorado at this point, that could be trouble. After breakfast, Hideko and I headed straight for the library. Before we start looking for the book, did you finish that homework I gave you? I nodded and looked Hideko in the eye. Yes, we're definitely not killing Ava. And why is that? Friends! There's a timeline where Ava's ghost tried to strangle me. Good, he remembers. It turned out to just be a hallucination my mind made real, but still. Yeah, let's not fuck with that. I remember that too. It's the timeline that Leo Jr.'s doll almost killed me. Or rather, the zombified key possessed creature inside the doll. Yeah, that was the thing that happened. Jeez. I've been calling it the Box of Calamity timeline in my head. All of the terrible things that happened to us in that timeline. All of our friends who died painful death. It all leads back to one thing. Opening that little box was the start of it all. And there's 6 of them. That's true enough, but it's possible to trace it back even further. You could say it all started when I made the decision to finish off Ava. That's when she told us about the Box of Blessings. Or the Box of Calamity, as it actually turned to be. Now, I did not go down the other path. I have no idea what sparing Ava would have in store. So you want to keep Ava alive to prevent this timeline going in a similar direction? I nodded. All right, that makes sense. I'll back you up on this. In the meantime, start looking for the metempsychosis book. I've got something I need to do first. See, I can figure things out. Huh? What? Nothing you need to worry about. Just follow my instructions, understand? God damn it. I'm a smart boy. I spent the next couple of hours scouring the shelves in the library. Try as I might, I couldn't find any sign of the book we needed. Just as I was about to take a break, Hideko walked in. How's it going? Nothing so far. How much of the library have you searched? Maybe 1/10 of the whole thing? That's barely anything. What are you doing here? Going on a bizarre journey, rereading your favorite manga? The 4 moon box was probably at the shrine that Kako opened. Lid was facing away from the screen, so I could be wrong. And Shomar probably carried that back to hide the Gi doll. Y'all. Maybe we're just never going to see any other boxes. Maybe it's just that one box we're dealing with the whole time. At least in that one timeline. But I do remember them saying there were 6 boxes. Of course not. I'm trying my best. Well, in a way, I suppose that's good news. It means there's still a possibility of finding it here. Hideko looked up at the remaining shelves, hopefully.
Huh?
How about you? What have you been doing all this time? For starters, I got Kako and Ima to stop fighting and make up with each other. I also spoke to Sirei and Nigao and told them any relevant details about tonight's battle I could remember. Does that mean everyone else knows about Ava too? Yes, Sirei and Nigao should have told them by now. Okay, what else? What else? Don't forget who's the master here. Why should I have to explain every little thing I do to you? I was just asking. Hideko sighed and touched her glasses near her temple. She must have been checking the time. Anyway, it'll be sundown soon. I'm sure you have things you want to do before the battle as well. Go, spend your time wisely. I'll take over in here. And just like that, Hideko was being nice to me. I get emotional whiplash when trying to keep up with her mood changes sometimes, but I'm not going to complain. That's how she keeps you on your toes, Takumi. It's all part of the training. All right, if you say so. Thanks, Hideko. That's why you're always scared of her, because she's a loose cannon. Okay, what should I do now? That's also how she keeps you intrigued, man. It's all a thing. I don't know. I said I was gonna do all the bonding thing off screen, so I probably will stick with that. So we have actually interesting stuff to do. I can't go exploring now because it's afternoon. Right. So in that case, I guess I will talk with the first person I see, which is Kurara. Sure. Pretty sure I need more stuff from you. How you doing, ex-girlfriend Kurara? Okay, bye. Thank you. Bow down. Time to murder! Immediately after the nighttime announcement, the alarm sounded.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Intruder. Alright, it's about time those creeps got here. Attacking us after hours. Such bold-faced insolence. Right? Losing sleep is bad for your skin. Don't sweat it. I'll finish this in 5 minutes, tops. I'm starting to wish I didn't eat that curry before bed. Why would you eat curry this late in the day? Well, if it's Kurara's curry, I don't blame her. You knew there'd be an enemy attack this time around, didn't you? I did, but it was a plate of my Osuki curry. Gotcha, makes total sense now. Yeah, no one can resist that kind of temptation. Let's give this one our all, everybody. Are you ready, sister dearest? Ready when you are, brother dearest. It was encouraging to see Kako and Ima on such good terms. In other timelines, they were usually on the rocks around this time. But like Hideko said, she seemed to have gotten them to make up. Neat. You guys want to get moving soon? If we stand here talking too long, the enemy will be upon us in no time. Kumi. At Hideko's prompt, everyone turned to look at me. I met their gaze and gave my answer. Yeah, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out. Ooh, time for me to run and grab the gun. Me when I remember this game takes over 100 plus hours to complete all the routes. I know, right? Bruh. Skipping. How long do you think it would take me to 100% this game?
The holy Jumanji sword still thirsts for the blood of the wicked!
Hey, Takamaru. I think it's been more than 5 minutes now.
Yeah, well, my body clock ain't even past 5 seconds yet.
So, where's this Ava commander we're supposed to be fighting?
She should be showing
take
up
care.
soon. That's what Sirei said, isn't?
She'll cover the battlefield in a thick mist, and she'll be in the middle of it.
She'll be in the middle of it. Let's take her down.
Is this that mist we were warned about?
That's it, buddy.
It's kind of messing with my balance. Feels like I'm gonna spew a whole bunch of carrots and sweet potatoes.
Oh, come on, Tsubasa.
Siri was right. Fighting with this stuff everywhere won't be easy.
Ima, Kako, this is where you two come in.
That's always how we've won this battle in other
Your skills
timelines.
complement each other perfectly. If you can work together.
Say no more. My dear brother and I just have to
Show everyone how strong our sibling love really is.
Damn, Haruko, you're like a freaking miracle worker. The twins smiled at each other and nodded.
Right. Go for it.
Go for it. Ba-now, ba-now. Ba-na, ba-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na. Hell yeah.
Here we go.
Wow.
All right, the mist's gone. I can see everything.
Look, over there!
Is that?
Yes. That's the commander we'll be facing this time.
That's Ava! Enough yapping! Just hurry up and take her down!
You can do it, everybody! Special Defense Unit! Rah, rah, rah!
Special Defense Unit, let's go! Annihilate the enemy. Hell yeah. Alright, Ava. Welcome to the party.
Phew! Looks like we won! Thank goodness! Any longer and I'd be cleaning regurgitated curry off my class armor.
Oh god,
What are we to
Tsubasa.
do with our fallen foe?
Everyone turned to look at Ava.
Please, don't kill me.
My name is...
Ava, the paragon of nature, right?
We know that already.
What? How?
We've got sources of our own.
I see. Well, at any rate, I beg of you, please, spare my life.
Ava brought her hand up to her mask, and in a swift, smooth movement, took it off. The boys all let out a gasp. Possibly as a response to that, Moko was the first to speak.
Kill her.
Come on, Moko.
What?
I agree.
Okay, all the girls want to kill her.
Yeah, let's rip out her entrails.
Jesus Christ.
Now you mention it. My neck's been feeling awfully cold lately.
You want to wear intestines as a scarf?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, but I'm with them. She has to die.
No, we can't do that.
You too, Tsubasa?
Hey, tu, Tsubasa?
I hate to say this, but I think so too.
Even you, Nozomi?
If we let her live, you can bet it'll mean trouble later down the line.
No matter how nice she may look, she's still our enemy.
Kinda sucks, but that's just how it's gotta be.
God, they're all bloodthirsty this route.
Well said.
Yeah, you're right.
They've let the effectiveness go to their heads. What's going on? They all want to kill her?
I'm sorry, Takumi. It looks like we'll have to finish her off after all.
No. We can't.
No.
Please, no! Don't kill me! Let me live. I beg of you.
Don't start talking about no boxes, please.
Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me! Please, don't kill me.
But then...
Everybody ready?
1, 2...
Just kidding!
What the fuck? For a moment, it felt like time had stopped. You know, you probably fucking took 20 years off of Ava's life, you freaking freak shows. I think my heart did too. I tried to speak, but I could only manage to croak out a single confused syllable. Bros, you don't joke about shit like that. What the hell's wrong with you all?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, he totally fell for it. You've been dynamite, bro.
Okay, we got the roomie.
Today is your birthday, right?
Is it? What? On day...
We all wanted to give you a surprise, so we all got together and decided to trick you.
Guys, it's not my birthday. And even if it was, this isn't the kind of surprise anyone would want.
What the fuck? Okay, they've all been brainwashed. They've all gone crazy.
Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff, man.
Anyway, I'm glad we got this chance to shake you up a little.
You are? Why?
Yeah, why?
Lately, it feels like you've been keeping your distance from the rest of us.
Dude, I've been talking to Hideko for like 4
We
hours.
thought a communal event like this would help boost our affinity level with you.
Nope, I got no idea what that's supposed to mean.
It was Miss Shizuhara who gave us the idea.
She knew you wouldn't want to kill Ava if you had the choice.
I looked at Hideko. She smiled back at me, a self-satisfied look on her face. You okay. Then I looked back at Ava. She was taking the news well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you mean I'm not gonna die? Thank God, thank God, thank God. Oh my God, sweet baby Jesus. She was still crying and stammering, but now it was a relief more than fear. Yeah, because we freaking made her think she was gonna get murked. Holy shit. Hey, y'all got dark sense of humors. Kinda into it. God damn. Alright, tell you what, next time, let's like, I don't even know. That was like just perfect. It was great. After the battle, Ava was officially taken prisoner and detained in the courtyard. She obviously had no way of knowing how Aito had escaped those cages, so there wouldn't be any problems with keeping her in one. It was late, so we didn't have any kind of post-battle celebration. Everyone seemed pretty happy though, both with our victory and with how we successfully they had pranked me. Yeah. They all went back to their rooms with smiles on their faces. That just left me and Haruko. She was still smiling at the same infuriating smile. I can tell you're dying to ask, so I won't beat around the bush. This whole thing was my idea, just like Ima and Kako said. I genuinely did agree with you that we should spare Ava, so I took the opportunity to convince everyone of that, while also setting up the surprise. Were Sire and Nigao in on this too? Of course, at first they were opposed to letting her live. But then I gave them some tips on how to improve their dolmenic cognitive reconstruction therapy. With this new and improved version, their brainwashing won't come undone, provided she isn't subject to any powerful shocks. Ava will remain our loyal ally right up until day 100. Once they heard that, they agreed to it readily enough. Why did you do it though? Do what?
Huh?
Did you set up this cruel surprise in the first place? You really haven't realized, have you? You're so cute when you're facing a situation that looks absolutely hopeless. Your face gets all tense and you go as white as a sheet. And you practically drench yourself in cold sweat. You look like a peeled banana that's been sitting out in the sun. Why did I do this? It's really nothing special. I just wanted to see that look on your face. She wants to torture you. Well, good night. Kumi's clueless. With that last remark, Hideko walked away. I was left standing there and heaved a sigh so heavy it could have been made of solid lead. I just feel bad for Ava. We made her think she was going to die. That poor girl. She has a daughter. Monsters. Monstrous children. After a late breakfast, I went to the courtyard to check on Ava. But when I got there... She not here? She getting surgery? She couldn't have escaped already, could she? That's when I noticed I wasn't alone. Igamu.
Oh.
You here to see Ava? Sorry, but she's not here. Yeah, I can see that. She's in the infirmary. Apparently, Sirei is brainwashing her. I'm so jealous. You think he'll throw in some physical torture to really make the conditioning sink in? I'm getting chills imagining what kind of atrocities he's committing in there. I wish I could be there to watch. Sirei was very firm, though. No one's allowed in until the process is complete. How mortifying. I reluctantly gave up on talking to Ava and headed to the library. Yeah, we still have 9/10 of the library to search. When I arrived, somebody else was already there. Hideko. You're late. Have you been off shooting the breeze somewhere? Yeah, I almost hit it too. I told Hideko about Ava, and her reaction was more or less what I expected. I don't want to sound too dismissive, but you already knew she was going to be brainwashed once we took her prisoner. Krill. We need to use our time more effectively, Takumi. Goddamn. I guess so, but take your mind off it and get to work. Back to looking for the book, huh? One more thing before you start. Your joke about shooting the breeze and almost hitting it just now, it wasn't the least bit funny. No, how could you? All right, let's get to it. In that moment, my face was probably looked like a peeled banana that had been in the sun too long. But I didn't want to give Hiruko the satisfaction of seeing it. I turned away and began examining the books on the shelves, searching for the title we wanted. Yeah, you don't get to see my peeled banana. Wait, that's something different. Hours went by, but we still failed to turn up reflections on... Don't get discouraged. We've still only searched 40% of what's here. So we're not even halfway? That's depressing. No, it means we still have hope. If we'd searched everything and hadn't found it, that would be depressing. I admire your optimism. While I sighed in exhaustion, Haruko tapped her glasses by her temple. It's almost evening. Let's call it a day here. Already? Don't forget what Shoma said yesterday.
Lately, it feels like you've been keeping your distance from the rest of us.
As our captain, you need to maintain good relationships with all your team members. That's true. Do you want me to use this time to go hang out with someone? Haruko nodded. I'll go crazy if I have to spend the whole day in here. I'm going to go somewhere else for a while, so you may as well take a break too. Bum, bum. I left Haruko to do her own thing and went back to my room. Back here feels like a good way to center myself. It was almost like getting a fresh start on my day. After taking a moment to get my thoughts in order, I headed out like usual. Sure. I really should call it. All right, I gotta call it for today. Sorry, folks, but that's it. Still have one more day of work, but I plan on having a longer stream tomorrow. So hey, there's that. Hopefully, I'll get started earlier. I don't know. All depends on what time I end up getting home. But yeah, like I said, that's all the time I got for tonight. I must go to bed. It's that time. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was a pleasure streaming for everyone. Happy Memorial Day. I hope you had a wonderful time. And I hope you will be here tomorrow for more. I will see you folks later. Good night.